Oba Pausi Madio no back Unity Radio 103.9 Musonfo Noah Opoku Jamfieke Opo National na Otimeke Yatna si free cyber copim se no mienu bebo de Ghana ho dadwen Ghana ho adwendwen sem ayekọ eba ewo man Ghana mu na ye nu bedi hu nkita ho yatna se ya ne asra kase ma nyuma kobiti se Richway Auto School Dan Auto Repairs Big Olu Beauty and Barber Hair Salon Samas Trading Super Cleaning Services Danko African Market KM Raf Roofing Rashida Financial Services and of course Veno Women's Health Services ebase ye bie phone lines no dia ma mo adwumade ni amodia na mo de madwenkyere dia ba dia ne dia se da PSC die mo den e de ma adwumako e friend say Nabiam Barbering Salon na afi Anochi Trading ni Anochi Cold Store o mo daruma na ye transi Monday through Friday 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. American Eastern Standard Time etumi di dwumade Bremo and everybody in Kobo Bebre, any baby are caught on my bay free any ara. NDC took to the streets today. And a lot of questions are being asked. And there will be questions will be sir NDC for the say more if he said Ghana the political party where do your minus watch anymore into what are you crying about? Ebi munso say omuntumi nyenti ne de man na ado danko Akufo-Addo oka say yetisika so come dey na oba be fixe o man no. And ready to manim say uko eyefe ase a teacher ni bi o head teacher and I was saying a part-time Uber driver e Ghana na arehosem ene say fe ase krachi bi fa no eko edniko hye wuram ema omutwa ni tifri so na ene nyame ayadom police fo akwache nipa bonefo no ono ekasa to no mtuo wa confess de ntia oyeye Ghana de na ekoso yi asite be ya efiana oh mama me ya efiana enu da nchen so abrante bi akowia obi mu emu ama ya che no ya jeli no emu ya no a wesi ja so rice cooker ena okowia ye ye bisa na wose ekom dino wanka no oboa but eno no anyina free jail me no we ka say ye de na kotum. What is the detail of the punishment and what led to that? All the details coming up on the show. Obi akowia mo ya no a akowia emu ya no a emu a ya no a ewo rice cooker ama ya che no ejeli no na enye se krono ye but de ye bisa no pa ni se ada na judges ni police for no mo ho ya ha ema ni o man ketinketi krono ketinketi de mutumi jeli ni pantem na sika kese yira de a na o masisi o mo aso. Freddie Wilson ye chow and Anopa or say I always follow you but I don't know the language but I want to learn. We speak Twi language. It's a Ghanaian language. Freddie, we are watching from California. We will be trying to blend the Twi language with the English language, so probably you will be able to understand us much better. But we are speaking a language from the western part of Africa in a country called Ghana. It's called Twi. So that is the language we speak. Abusuanya mamunyina chibio mamu akwaba. Ena ebedi nkomo bebre shasia na kai say European Championship no so. Ena omo ebo eye ade e friend semi final. Na yebehwe hwan ena ebetumi akọ omanim. We'll be bringing you the head to head, all the statistics you need to know with regards to the semi final matches ena eba so yedini nyina Eddie Ebebro. Now, when who send here a England for start here they say this is their time. The trophy is coming home. And no crap. And no crap. And also some yedi Ebebremo na yahu send your name see eko nyina. Yet say I said the medical cano. I can't and I could not do this all by myself. Manucho Magandi Gaucho Margarita La Molina Mempemi Wasem Worcester, Massachusetts, the Walking Encyclopedia. And I Ken Kalusha so everybody can hone nyina kabum edi dwumade ne dia bro. Anopa safe no join here on Facebook. Na yes on say join here share the video. Share video no enye enough. What we want you to do is to join the discussion. We are Ghanaians, we are all Ghanaians. We need to make Ghana better. One person cannot do it. We have to do it as collective people. So share the video, join us with your comments. If you also want to comment through the WhatsApp line, you can send us your text 508-304-9394 508-304-9394 Odefawa and also so you becken kind at the amount. So when they make channel, it's joining na Ghana ye. Ghana cannot be better only by Opo National's effort or Manucho's effort, but by you, Manucho, and myself. Together, we can build a better Ghana and make Ghana work again. To join us, we'll be going to Ghana for to our correspondent and NDC demonstration. You know, some of the things they've said and some of the placards they were holding. Ninginano, ya di bebra mo jumedi so na mo hu said the man so esi ekoye ewo eye o my Ghana mu. Se Manucho shirt ni t-shirt na design e da animu sa na otrasia adano the esi ni different. Now very soon ube say wa share the t-shirt a design be done mu pa now transina set is adano ni hu nti watch out and look out for Manucho Magandi Maganda Gaucho Margarita La Molina my big brother Kwaba.
Hey, small brother, I'm a little small potato. I can never be your big brother. Maybe down there fine, but generally I'm not.
Down where?
Maybe down below I can agree. I'm your big brother because that one then I made the check. Who are not their child. It doesn't depend on how well you grow. But at bet in the demand, so that one I can accept. But in general lifetimes and age and everything, you are my big brother. For you, I will. A very good morning to yourself, your good self, and everybody listening to us.
Akwaba, I think, sir.
Yeah.
As I'm a kind of some the viewers will bear me out. Say, we share what I do. We not design. We need the anymore. We are different animals.
Mischief. You are trying to be mischievous.
Down there, down where?
Mischievous. You are trying to say what's showing at me from. So I'm talking about in terms of height. I said, oh no, but as much as you are closer to the top, your child is closer to the ground. It is big at the ground and you are big at the top. I mean, I'm not American. Maybe I want to media. You know, I did that fridge. So I catch your daddy, take it for me. Said that from catch up and said, pick it for me. Into everybody becomes useful at a point in time. We could cross the opponents will be arguing, son. None, man. Yeah, Chenkola said this is an epitome of a useless man. Well, not just say why is useful. It's used as an adjective. Sometimes when you are describing useless, you don't know how to tell a kid what is useless. I don't understand the word. I mean useless. Well, until that's the level I make. I said down there.
Joe Conzi so child.
Joe Conzi. It's been quite a time. I say bonkomo. I mean, one of these days, when I'm free and able, I'll call you for us to have a beautiful chat.
You've always been free and able.
No, you know, Chroma say as it's the time is money. Until you always need. And this Ghana, you have a lot of ample time. Because when you're not sleeping, you
Mami Abazin, when you start talking, she laughs.
Oh yeah, Mami.
Because when him say, oh,
Mami.
Now what start to say when down there. No, I'm saying.
But you are my big brother. You are top there and I'm down there. I mean, if your brother is big and you often away from, you are being mischievous. But Mami is a psychiatricness. It's not him they're making. When you say slight mental derailment, they will be our dream, but it won't be a 45%, it will be a 20. Maybe then just 0.9. It's end sometimes early in the morning, me used to. But Ethiopia, this weekend is going to be great. And next weekend, a baby shower need Jim. So I'm expecting everybody to be there. Everybody in Worcester.
It's not this weekend. It's
not this weekend. I said this weekend is free. The next weekend. Make up of we see anyone. My say we no. Sako dem. Sako de rapochi. My say sako de rapochi. My brother to say sako de. Unse me rapi anka me yade pa. Anka from Ladipo. Anka me stage name no. Yeah, until next weekend, Sunday, we expecting everybody to be there. The whole Worcester. It's more like bringing the moon to Worcester. Say, I see when you get no corner no catch you say your room is too small. I would have gone to bring you the moon if you really have a place to keep it, and that's what we want to happen. We want the whole Worcester to calm down. I want to be at the gate. You see, you better share it beautifully. I mean, some will be coming in, some will be going out here. We expect everyone. I mean, everybody listening to us who loves us, heard about us or anything. It's a family affair. Yes, we are expecting you to be there. Mrs. Margaret Obuku Jemfi's baby shower. I mean, ably supported by the husband, Opo National.
Baby shower organizers was until fly and no acknowledge jomo.
Mati.
They just said they be out the credit in the mamino. They have organizers. You don't have the credit.
Do it for me. Do that one for me.
No, I'm sending it to you, so you can do it yourself.
Mati.
Yeah, woman. Almost said that. Organizer.
Exactly. They eat, they sleep, they drink it.
Yeah.
I know Manovia. Manovia is there, and Oyema Heti is also there, and Amankwe's wife, Fiona is also in there. Yes, and I know Nana is equally there. Royal baby.
So you know
Royal baby. I know. Once my fan says secret, but okay, the Wabos with them. Royal baby is there. Nana is there. Fiona is there. Manovia.
I don't think Royal baby is part of the team.
Oh, she's not there.
No, too.
Oh, okay. So she's not been. But this, she told me that this next 2 weeks here she'll be present. I mean, together with Nana, they told me that at least everything is set for this week to be.
Yeah, my send the flyer now. So yes. Flyer no so. Boom. Yeah. RSVP no. Omo ya no hopa.
Responde servo play. Bro, for the RSVP chair.
Okay, Abuzafo Manu Chosha ne flyer no. Now acknowledging the organizers no. Ya the asraka say ma Rich Way Auto School na daruma ene yadi nkranhesem edi ebebro. Na I'll see whatever the mind can conceive and believe the mind can achieve. Napoleon Hill and the cancer asem no. Say dear wadwene ebetumi aba wadwene na akoma no ni body no ni soul na jedi no adwene no betumi aye nti daye bia wo beso bia no ema wo daye no hunu now ehunu now aye but bon huma they need to me achieve dream no. That is what Napoleon is saying. Say adwene ni timi conceive now gidia adwene no a conceive ya no betumi aye nti ene Diana Wasono me the dream is big. Why Junena I conceive the idea. You believe you can do it. Leave it to the mind. Put the mind at work. You can get there. You can get there. I was giving you a typical example of Dr. Kwame Amponsa yesterday. Also fi Ghana by and the colleague doctors ne Okrumano from Ghana. No ye juma konfanoche kolebunia de obi asio Masa per hospital adwuma bi na yero doctor or hospital residency ni there impossibility but he put his mind to it. The mind conceived and he believed it. And trust you and me, say when you're a residency yeah gynecologist a obstetrician until you can do whatever you put your mind to, provided you're able to conceive and believe it. And on a nano pay by the kindest courtesy of Richway Auto School. Watch. Yeah, that's it. Manu.
Yes, you are what you think you are. You know, for some time say my waist is getting smaller, my head is getting big. I'm looking like a lion because I've been conceiving it. That I look like a lion. I mean, and it's coming to pass. Get your dream. Let your dream scare you. Don't remember oh, there are some people they always talk negative of themselves. But once you are the first equipment or artillery to any fight, say if the gun feels that no, I'm not too good to win this battle, then everybody
the
else
battle is already lost.
Yes, everybody holding it cannot achieve anything with it. So you are the major vessel for everything. So once your mind can conceive it, it is within reach. I mean, we can books on psychic there. We can just say the mind. We don't even use 10% of our brain whilst alive because you are always doubting, and ridden by fear.
We doubt ourselves more than the belief we have for ourselves.
Misro. It happens to us. Look at exams. But what's now on my say at least once you've adequately
the mind is telling you that
the brain begins to bring everything
I wasn't
back.
Working when you were reading.
Exactly. Retentively, everything comes back. In life, there. Conceive it. I want to be this. I want to do that. I want to be here. I mean, once you have those things, then you work towards it and you get it. But not conceiving it at all. Is the first step towards failing. Once you plan and want to achieve, is the first step towards winning the first battle in life. So plan well, let your mind think it, and you can achieve it. I mean, it's as simple and straightforward as such. Plan, think it, believe it, and it can be attained.
Okay. Anti Richway Auto School Adaruma Ura Danso any Dan Auto Repairs Adarumanti yesi amfa with that report Worcester phone nyina once again yebenya scattered thunderstorms heavy to scattered na so sha no pa in fact and the heat advisory zoom ewembe kusuba ehubom unsa usi from obana etisen is as a more
exactly.
Yeah, it's cloudy. But it's going to be very hot. Like kind of
okay. But I like the weather.
Yeah,
it's my weather for leisure.
And then there is heat advisory.
Yeah, okay.
But per the forecast, which I doubt, they were saying say in Subeto around there'll be rain showers from 10:45 to 11. But anyway, the ohone de ma man for ama nti according to the forecast there's supposed to be rain showers from 10:45 to 11. Not just it's about just 15 minutes thing. What do I say?
Yes.
Now if you are with some scattered showers, if you are not 11 or be partly cloudy in Suno the beach then it starts again 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. with some scattered thunderstorms in Sube Petit na aside by 4, then 5 isolated thunderstorms. Unsa na juisa one da hatia. Unsa we got some heavy thunderstorms. Yeah. Inti that is how the day is mostly going to be. Inti I say abaya ho na ba ho nsuo no ewiembe gudu agrada abebu gidigidi na apetipeti nsuo kakra na ejai and then by 3 p.m. we will have heavy thunderstorms. By between 5 and 6 we will have another batches. I know you're isolated and it's scattered between 5 and 6. From there no na imuago na I am mostly cloudy for the most part. It's not going to be sunny, but rather a bit cloudy from partly to mostly, with some isolated and scattered and heavy thunderstorms in between. And we will also be expecting some showers as the thunderstorms strike. Inti said yeah weather no ACT no but remember she said the can heat advisory is in effect until dress shisha hukuntai. So that is how the weather looks like. Ewo Worcester and Potem ha tiwo ha na wa hye no so edia mine Dan Auto Repairs 45 Fremont Street Dixon so okoya waba car no obi dia bom obi dia twa fabra na on siesie ma Mr. Dan so say any mechanical problem you have engine no problem ni nyina obesiesie edi amount otayechi ene di djumadi edi ebro anopa bia na hu se di wiem enso sitie na if you are the na ye ba be sports but and we have a lot to talk about after sports your issues be me person manucho ukai ababa wana akwala na 9-year-old is it 9 or 12
9
ye kasi abaji jiska come I think say attach it not only ye nkwa
okay.
A lot of people Dr. Kofi
okay
I could donate 25,000 Ghana.
Wow. That's good. That's good.
25,000 Ghana
for the girl. Yeah. I mean obia if you have a heart and a heart in you'll be touched by obi almost 2 miles to 1 mile in 1 mile out to access school, just to access school. I mean which people see as a want. You see the determination and everything, and the stress she has to go through.
So we'll get there. Then a couple of messages. Now you share the sporting fraternity. Freddie Wilson, Minim Babiofi. Freddie, can you tell us which country you come from and where you're watching us from, and maybe if it's possible, your country? If you're in the States, I mean your original country where you come from. If you're Black American, that's fine. He says he's watching us and he's been watching us. He's Freddie Wilson. He also already say yeah. Freddie Wilson says he's watching us from California. So he says what language is this? California. I wish you use English also. I've been watching you. Or say I always follow you, but I don't know the language, but I wanna learn. It's a long time, brother. Okay,
I'll get you a woman to teach you.
Joe Conti say it's a long time, my brother. Yeah, Joe, we haven't been hearing from you of late. Mami Abba said good morning and Anopa Bosuo dreadless cruise. They said they were Jeffy Eric and now a beautiful Tuesday morning. Yeah, of course. Joe Conti say I'm enjoying watching your show from Qatar. And then Freddie Wilson comes back and says big ups to all Ghanaians in the USA. Okay, Freddie Hedasi. Oppo is it Oppo? It's like the laws of Ghana applies to certain people and not all. When I was talking about Obia Korea mo isi jaso. I'm a chene jelino.
4 months.
4 months.
Yes.
I'm on 4D sika in your
exactly.
And more and utie boy now say come
you have to scale a wall
wall to get access to somebody's kitchen. And I was go money free rice cooker and good polythene bag. And Jombe no almost we are a rice cooker.
He was holding the rice cooker, but still unjustified. But the good news is that will be a cheesy kanuma. Yes, it's 40 Ghana.
Yes, sad.
I mean, you can imagine.
It's not the come to us so bisa.
Yes.
To steal. It's simply discouraged. We don't encourage stealing, but share say the reason for the stealing or see come down. Into judge in no crowd, we a judge. I mean, Ubetima manako community service be for 1 month or 1 week be. Now I say next
Ghana,
time.
petty thieves, trivial thieves. I know go jail. We
say come diwa.
Yeah.
Next time no bisa.
Exactly.
As opposed to going to steal. Yeah. No council and nipa tisa. Obi a wosi come dinner ko wi amu aya no emo no nye enye mu aya no o. Emo aya no. Come on, sometimes
at least maybe
he was temper justice. You can say temper justice with mercy.
He was caught holding the rice cooker, so they assumed that maybe he just wanted to throw the rice away and maybe take the cooker away. But the truth is that whichever way, it's a petty thief.
Yeah.
What kind of rice you can put no or your petty community service or some, but to put a person in jail, manpower, an able-bodied man wouldn't go to jail. I mean, for stealing rice, then our justice system needs a lot of. Now we see inadvertently, so 849 kwanko jail no. You see where the bad news to come to
so now we are only sika di ko wi amu aya no a now we should obenya 840 Ghana
exactly no be ko jail. You see now when it comes to hunger, just like what I say ombisa no, but we obi a we psychology neither. It's not easy. A hungry man is a hungry man. Say e come di nipa, he might do anything just to survive. I say people for so kwa
kuche. Unim say Chroma kra say o costo.
Yes.
Chroma, Walmart, wherever o costo.
Targets na
yeah, na say come do. Never say kodu ho. Na tibi na odia. Yeah nya ohwe.
Exactly.
The only thing is obe fa say udi pie. And then
they insure them against those
things. So store inside the hon na say udi bia. Yeah nya ohwe. Insure do na yibo to back na tusu no bia nya ohwe.
Yeah.
You know, there are some things are just like you said,
inherent. Yes, exactly. The person should be punished. You can't say "Mami, I'm punishing," no, but it should be correctional. I see a punishment to correct the person, but not to harden the person. Because then took criminals because of
news of armed robbers being sent to jail near side jail, some break jail, a whole lot of issues.
I was there we had to meet Sham Robber Pa, your call Kasabe 1 year near Jan, because the more you talk, the more you bet to me, charge you.
Usika, Auditor General report to back. You see, education from the 25 million. Obianka na woman nam ho. You see, omuka some computers. Sika ebi muti nuasi ko school akwala ya Dr. Kofi Amu akoma 25,000 Ghana or a Ghana new
Agnes Mba
o deserve say nka Ghana so take care of her because just like you said the last time enye ne inform so na we bubu for
more disability Chroma na enjoy chain obia the system knows that it's not their fault.
They
need to give them a life.
Omo ntimi nko enye adwuma den they said they me no ko ba. So and this is a girl upon all her disabilities no
she's trying to attain something for herself.
Until obi say kesa o minor share da kra allocate sika de hwem ba ye ni bio amafo wia yenye omo hwe amafo wia ewia yenye omo hwe.
You see ye kro na the upside down story Chroma say no nyama nkovonya benefit
e come di obi emo akọ wia cooked rice na akọ no say wa wia mo. Anyway,
that's like I said, you come upside down story. Be your opposite. Sanka people you should rather encourage and pat in the back. No mum ye come she. You know mum they don't deserve it. You know, like food. I then I said muscle theory of me. Say Duane. I say Duane boy dem for a proud Ghanaian. If somebody says it's proud to be a Ghanaian, why should it be so? Even sometimes rent. See, this. Life, nature has a way of making your needs very affordable to you, and also what society should give you easily. Society too much cry can't take care of your wants your needs. Maybe I more car, more this and the end to me but at I obey if you are now baby obeda. It shouldn't be so difficult. School to access to school, access to information, computer near there. And can you say easy for us as a country to provide these things for ourselves? But I question thing. We are getting to the point in so proper drinking water. There's a picture parading around town. Obi in tadpoles. Konkonti ba ne goose wonim. Tadpoles. Obi from the tap water. Sometimes you marvel. You sent me a picture about when I see military boy and come once me. They have to go and help in quenching the fire yesterday. Because fire servicemen there's a video. I say nipa cry yare.
Yes.
It says I mean you hear
Ejana starting there.
Exactly. Now we don't even have the accoutrements to fight some of these things in the society. Say Jato baby na the 2-story. I say schedule bang. You be some fire officer and I'm to papa so can I say I'm going to call fit money there. Then why does it become an emergency service you are providing? sometimes they are we want to bridge the gap, at least get closer. And say into advanced worlds. Bank yembe omokakra, but 21st century, but it looks like yet there no. Sometimes I get sad. Is it that we can't? And you see, we are in the midst of abundance too. Yente does the sooner catch him some money in the house with nothing. We cannot do nothing. But crowd what is what? Would you have bunch of then fifi from Accra to Kumasi when you are driving the vast stretch of lands are a forest, a arable lands here between the boy. But we stay there, we still suffering. If you are bored, then yeah, dear, you can't get access to anything. There was a lot of photos. Sacred Madam forbid the pictures we go on in so to tell all the which we say not just a portable patch in your cosmetic. Ninya washima, whole senior PP. And once your portals, they will develop and spoil the road too, because in sweat you are paying it into the road, the penaseno. And all these things, I know they have my learner colleagues there. Yes, young with school. So you sit back and ask yourself that why is this thing happening? See, at a point in time there can be some little potholes, but they quickly patch it up. Sometimes they even remove a whole section of the road and redo it, because at the end they ban one and they spread it. I said, "What car scratching a wound a bigger." But quickly, what some people near then of me spray more. Then you have it to last your friend rectification. Once you rectify the thing, it can last another milestone for you. But when you pay, then next say more, they become more costlier to get it solved. And that is the system that we are living in. I mean, pick and choose. Everything is upside down story. But hey, just like you say, we are here to say it, and it will change. I mean, when you know the truth and you decide to be silent, then you are living a lie. When you say their way, you can't. When you say any a pa, but to say men kebi, then you are telling a lie. You are not telling the truth.
Kind message Kakra. Namia Base still cooked rice, and you are jailed immediately. But people steal millions and are walking about freely and even celebrated on my Ghana. Rice and stew very plenty. Okay, RSVP no.
Yeah.
I say rice and stew very plenty. Pius Hayford says watching from far away. From the show. Far away where I'm just disappointed in our leaders in Ghana. They are slowly creating anarchy and insecurity in the country. It's very dangerous. They must listen to the citizenry. It's sad. When you get to Nsawam, you will see so many petty thieves. They're languishing away.
Exactly. Your show be a very crime check. What share nanko for come once a month plantain or could show be plantain by no the tono con only a jail in 8 months in there. It's so sorrowful. We don't.
Whoever reported this to the police is just heartless. Me no na maker. Say omo de boy ni call police station. Omo ti mo den papa.
Say the back no no shouting thief no so dwane.
I know and also explain it omo say
you wanted the rice
come na dimi kam hwie mo na gu bulletin bag mu. Ti me pagya rice cooker na mo hu enti me mfa rice cooker na hwie come na dimi.
So just give him the rice and tell him to go and say no more. I agree. Something you are forced to believe some of these things that they say, but still no, it's still trivial and petty. If even it was a rice cooker, send your ton. I say Nipakoda jail.
Don Papa Kwaresma the Fibron have for see. Good afternoon, Opo and Manucho. Only God can save Ghana. Our leaders are not using some common sense to solve problems.
Yeah,
that's very true.
Exactly.
E come di obi no akowi amo. E mo aya no a. Enya mo bag ne down no akofa to no ko ho di ko. E mo aya no a. Ana mo chi no. He was caught
in the act.
No cry a rice cooker.
Yeah.
And I see shame more no quality bag.
The rice cooker.
Come on.
You see in the mess once you catch a thief they can see a lot of things. We agree. You say you see another you need me it could have been the cooker. Be so abra cooker 7 million and be see one over far. You see but the truth is that your community service. Chroma your first time offender.
No say you di kan kase. Chrono in uniform
exactly.
Now you use the word petty
exactly
describe
exactly
your hardened
exactly your
criminals
na the hand any say your first time offenders near the unless it's a notorious thief near there which me aka Chroma say because
no it's or you're notorious and the background of the story
will give us to us yes no but so that when it comes up what that jail prison one now be a show not just or no we are interviewing
the story now they gave the details
exactly court na judge man 4 months or 840 or 4 months so what I'm saying is that I'm not trying to give credit. Don't say, but say now, I'm doing my analysis. Not to feel that somebody no okay. Maybe they're watching now. I can't credit. Say, those things are there. So sometimes you try to pro and con. As in, we agree, you agree, but it's still a trivial one. With all apologies, it's still very trivial that we can find better solutions than just putting them behind bars. Then they don't get reformed and they end up doing stuff. Last time you can video even in the prison then it's a haven for hardened criminals. A lot of activities that go on in there, you marvel. This mobile phone tapes near Dinyan, it is that they have a lot of ample time, so they develop sophistication to do some of these things. Tinia can say, at least let's find ways. We are judge, we say, let's reform our judicial system. Yeah, to me, use them for the town is so dirty. Sometimes if you use someone to do it, we don't want community service. Sometimes you go and clean a community. But big as you feel, once you committed, this is what you do. But yeah, sometimes when you sent me the story and I was reading, I'm like,
Manucho, we are still living in the 1800s because it's like our leaders are not applying all the knowledge they acquired from their Oxford and Cambridge at all. Shaking my head.
Oh, yeah.
I
agree. Most of them, local parliament, they are to marvel you about 80 to 90% of them are how the brush abroad. They've had a brush abroad, either for schooling or some 4 months.
You know what? So let's leave the schooling abroad. Schooling in Ghana, because school Ghana, no, schooling abroad, no, because it's good to go to society. It's good to go to school abroad.
Yes.
Where you apply
education. I agree with you there.
Apply BB man who say school now be called UK, America, Germany, Canada, wherever no. What this one for so bro mine.
Yeah.
And Ghana's education is equally good.
Oh, of course. Let me go for first.
Yeah,
maybe credentials.
That's the point. But also, Nanado cousin be Obabino. Yeah, ma obi position say hope or lady and the moment the hope or lady certificate to Cambridge, New Oxford.
It was a low blow.
We look down even on our own education.
Yeah.
In as much as I jitum say America for advance, UK for advance with education, we are jitum. But the point is say and Kamaja to more say yen leaders here munina because school abruche said there will be any omo betena so a na nkoma is something exceptional.
Exactly.
Na ye hu say we the abruche school for pa na ebu on mine.
Exactly.
From minimum Rollins names are one go school abruche, right?
No, but it's always the odd one out. Rollins there, you see, I can't. I mean, because he came from a military.
Or Oxford, yes, right?
Yes.
Nanado call UK.
Exactly.
Ministers.
Exactly.
Just look at
John Mama. We don't not too sure.
John Mama, I'm not too sure.
Yes.
But even look at.
Courses.
But even look at your ministers.
Yeah.
Ken Oforiata Nanu. Ken Obeko School. Pennsylvania. Minnesota, right?
Yeah, Minnesota.
Call you back to your ministers now. Nano and another day. Portfolio buyer, yeah, vetium. We should be had there.
Yeah, na make mine was even based on your own academic life, your professional life, not realism. Realism is what bet in the say what advanced society. How do they treat each other near the end? What be who be? It's uncertain to be very practical. Beyond the book, what we call advanced UK. But UK will always tell you that you want people to come in, so they take a bit of Britain in them to their countries. And you can bet 4 months, 5 months. He's lived under British law, British way of life. It's we expect you to replicate it back home. Me anu put na ya mri banu. Forget say be an Cornell ne MIT ne ade no. Na hu ye no ko US no. How do they behaving? Assemble, how do the police behave? Police chewa uko area bi na se ka say drive below the speed limit. How do they those things in America say they be ka say police yet discipline will take more than half of the Ghana problem away. Me share documentary be ye close borders no immigration for na unapproved route omo tete so no mojiji ska aflawo would one my stop man 5 cedi. Now ask yourself that boy we immigration officer until back nipa born if you to go back Ghana you don't protect us.
No.
A gatekeeper.
Anano dey say na me catch you. Say you nua ba ko ye immigration.
Oh yes.
Yeah. Okay say
I agree. Omumpo omo ya step no. Omo do one why they get corrupt. Why I agree with you to say on me one say hey me pen me be a room na call aba say akwamu yin.
Jaro man nko.
No say me penny the next way mu yin if ade chia no boss from office okwa say Charlie me from Kotuwe Accra Central immigration officer Accra Central na ye adwuma ho no They will not let you even practice what you've done. It's a whole upside down society. Sometimes I always tell myself.
Yeah. Ever share sports no quickly, but before that, there are some stories we need to follow up. Apart from Brandt and Ayachino and Mu Ayano, Omo Jenny.
Yes.
Ewa Bobulishi. One more story.
Yeah, I told you, but I was jamming those things down here. Tell me the story. Space. Is it a space or tell me your?
No, not a space.
Okay.
Tell me your own. It's in the affirmative. Okay. They say they almost say Henry Cote a hero.
Oh, okay.
You see, we are saying relocated onion traders happily hail Henry Cote.
That's good.
Oh, we are saying.
Yeah.
Omungo. I feel there's some cotton ho. Omu helino.
Yeah.
Omu bonabaso.
But you know, it's a very strategic place.
So Mamia Baka say, change in itself. It's always difficult for every human being. So what you wish to cry na say. Unya Juma crowd California, Chicago. Now if say a high paying job. Now tour.
Yes.
And to change by nature, it's difficult.
Oh yeah.
And to man kwana no one person be kwa fed your moko be head your mo.
Believe me, that will be always better than Agbogloshi. Agbogloshi is a slum. It's a shanty place. There's no plan. There's nothing. They want to put for behind. Everybody is trying to hustle and haggle for space. I believe
the Greater Accra Regional Minister is happy that relocated traders are happy. Despite a bitter relocation, the traders have settled and are all happy and thanking the minister. Henry Cote's Make Accra Work Again agenda has earned him public praise. Now, the Greater Accra Regional Minister Henry Cote has been praised by a group of people who could easily pass as his most ardent critics in the last few weeks. The relocated Agbogloshi onion traders at a meeting with the minister on Monday, July 5th at their new trading center at Ajin Kotoku heaped praise on the minister, who their representative described as their father and man of his words.
Wow.
Nti Bosha Osha Munyina I think said the traders no mu yare say the predecessors no you better relocate me. You better mum say. You better mum say. No money so.
They don't follow through. Sometimes
no money so. But already almost say, a man of his words.
You see, and my joy is that it should be a model for others to learn to. Be the same way, no. He just did not push them, not minding where they will fall. He made sure that at least I'm taking you out of here, resettle you here to have a better life. In Tankagania, the same model no replicate. It will be very good. Say won't say when I'm happy for. This situation is that Mumfi Agbogloshi, Yanumko Ajin Kotoku, Yakwesi Wamamu, Imokwa Yamam relocation money, and we make sure that the little help out. And I'm not sure it's with Jamusa. They still are in close contact.
And right about Monday.
Yes,
he went
Monday.
And held a meeting with the representatives.
Exactly.
Now meeting and will be some mobile saying
exactly.
And I fed your now listen to Omo representative and what he said. Or say, I don't know what to say. I can only give thanks to God. We cannot say too much. We can only thank our father, the minister, our father. If he stands firm to do something, he will do it. Everything we have appealed to him, we are sure he will fulfill it. He insisted we come, and we are here, hoping to get the blessings of this relocation. We never thought this would ever happen, but he's made everything possible, and we are thankful to him. So please, Honorable, you already know the work at stake. It is for us to teach. I say it is not for us to teach you. Please help us with the street lights. You have started the work. You have started the work on, and we know as our doer, you will complete it. We thank you and all of your lieutenants.
That's a positive news. I mean, to hear coming from Ghana. I mean, the man. You see, I'm one of the proponents.
Street light now.
Yes, I'm one of the proponents. I was too much afraid because of the happenings of the past.
So
yes, then nothing is done. But even going back to ask them that okay, now that you've relocated, there are problems you might not have foreseen.
Yeah.
Are they coming up? And for them to come up, be happily that no, I don't think there are major issues. I mean, like eliminating the place so that they can trading can go deep into the night. I think it's good because of darkness, and I think it's even in the pipeline or more. For me, it's a lot of positive news hearing that Henry Cote, in the direction where the other ministers, regional ministers of a sort, should learn from this. Even look at the relocation; it has been seamless.
Yeah.
If inadvertently there's one group not too happy, but I think so far the rest who have gone are giving us positive.
At the other chance, onion sellers in the door, so more
like they are consumables.
Yeah.
I'll be back as annual dear made that travel very fast. So if they are happy, then the rest can follow. So when any scraps there, I mean they should even be close to the center of town. Say from airport, would drive less than 10 minutes, which can be a ton scraps in there. I mean, not to say it is bad, but at least they can equally go off and leave those spaces for other things. So for me, it's a lot of good news. A lot of good news. So
the good news is Jane for Neniaji. That is the most important thing. Omunana omu come Ashasiano. Yamba wins from Enra and news we buy. Okuja to Ablakwa. I'm also grateful for Ghana for your sympathy. You know he lost his dad.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he lost his dad 2 days ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and Ghanaians were wishing him and I I'm grateful for your sympathy and support.
Yes.
The MP for North Tongu.
North Tongu.
Not in a unique Kahono.
But North Tongue constituency. Yeah. But I think I love him. If there's been one minister who is really doing his job as being
on your minister,
one MP who has been doing his job, I think it is him. Or an all-rounder. That's what you expect them to do. Scrutinize the books, ask the right questions for us to move on.
Be the watchdog for the ordinary.
Be the watchdog for the ordinary Ghanaian. I love your words. As long as I can in 1 minute, you summarize it in 10 words. 10 words. I think I'm in love with him. A Basse who is really doing the job from flight in the air. He was a major broker of some of these things. I mean, batting in the air. It might not always be right, but at least
same way,
to bring the
sorry to cut you.
I'm loving this way.
Yeah, sir. Same way is first name CC. But yes, Bruni baby a Juma or Ghana. Especially Lebanese for no
yes.
Asia for no better yes or court toilet a good bucketing Mama Ghana near
lights.
Now why say any the way I know we see expatriate CEOs
the local.
There is one such story today. Expatriate CEO allegedly assault Ghanaian employee faces prosecution. CEO of BSM assaulted a 62-year-old employee. The CEO demanded access to some vital files of the company, but the employee prevented him. Now the employee has reported the incident to the police. Now the Ghana Police Service is investigating the chief executive officer of the mining company BCM Ghana Limited,
BCM.
Paul List, for allegedly beating up Jonathan Adongo, a Ghanaian employee who has worked for the company for nearly 30 years. Now, according to a Daily Guide report, List, an Australian married to a Ghanaian woman, is said to have manhandled 62-year-old Adongo, who is the administrative manager and company secretary of BCM, leaving him with ear, shoulder, and hip injuries at about 1 p.m. on Sunday, June 13. Adongo claims his boss had demanded access to some vital files of the company that would aid him to take over the company, established with other shareholder of BCM. As an administrative manager and company secretary of BSM, he declined to hand over these personal phones, his personal phones and laptop after Paul List attempted to unlawfully confiscate the items. When List was not getting his way, he assaulted Adongo at the main office of BCM located at Laboni, Accra, as he forcibly seized the laptop. Jonathan Adongo subsequently reported the matter to the Cantonment Police Station on the same day, and he was issued with a medical form to seek treatment. Paul List also signed a letter to dismiss Adongo on June 23, 2021, claiming he, Adongo, refused to honor an invitation to a disciplinary hearing for alleged insubordination.
Wow, I mean, I love to look at such stories in a lot of folds. One, he has an expatriate, and one, he has been human. You see, first of all, sometimes I agree, a lot of people hide under the expatriate tag to maltreat Ghanaians a lot. Especially BCM, a mining company, a third-party mining company. I've had a chance to meet in a big.
I'll report two cases in the Cantonment Police Station, but on my transfer complaint, they call Regional Police Command.
Which is good, because Ebase now said labor law ni sa union most of these people workers in for me, then they take them for granted. It has been happening for a long time. Why I expect
shareholders
wanted to clandestinely have it. Then he decided to stand his ground. So I'm expecting the others who have been protected to even come into also, but apparently some of these things happen. I'm expecting Labour Commissioner then to be harsh on it. Maybe married to a Ghanaian near there, blah blah. That has made him a Ghanaian near there, which you can't run away from because Chroma people get access to. But the point is, he should be treated to the spirit and the latter. Assault. That make say in that regard, Ocean so assessment. People say what Chrome has said, but that to be treated as a second-class citizen in your own country is an eyesore. It's very condemnable. I'm expecting the Senate to me case in saying it to be at least a fair hearing. the more you listen, there should be a fair hearing to this. But for him to assault him there, and he deciding to report him, there should be a lot to it.
Didn't tell Mami fast our story.
Yes.
This man is an Australian.
Yeah.
Okay, Australia.
You can't do that.
Yeah,
you can't do that. We Ghana no Australia no was our
no ankasa ni krom
ground to me.
Yeah,
I know battery near there serious crime. I mean,
ba do Ghana. You see
assault ne.
Ade omo batena mu a wa Ghana ni wa betena mu hu said ye o man city yeah lawless.
Yes.
And ye
bumrofo sen ye ho. We do airport ko show say anka Ghana passport for no mumu no. Now other nationals, foreigners, we treat them with a lot of respect and decorum. A crowd would do man, but we do because we do America crowd. Airports, citizens in other nationals. What you say, citizen line, they're quite neko. But do Ghana is the opposite. Foreign, but excuse me, say, but woman, Jina. Oh, they will not even treat you, accord you that little respect. And I think that's what gets into their head. Then they begin to maltreat us. Yeah, Lebanese one they are working. Somebody
who is lived in Ghana and married to a Ghanaian.
Exactly.
Ghanaian way of living.
Or more numbers of police high command near Adenia. This Lebanese for near Adenia. Well, but catch us and your friend won't you mean free. Sometimes we sell ourselves so cheap. So you are bought cheap. They buy us cheap. I mean, Obo say police commander no ko do kroma. Hey, Charlie, one more shatters so kroma. I'm from number 7. I'm not from. Oh, boss, I'm not a new area commander here, so I'm calling. No, try to get close. I don't know what they do. So why yes, I will.
You know what they do?
Oh yes, most of them no. Of course, society man. No more besides one big man. No more try no young. Then you will get a lot of favors from them. He rather than sitting on the high horse and come on brand on your fair no. They rather go to the big men. Because at the end of the day, hey, you know akota krade, you know akotema. Hey, when near the one did wa ho. Yes, here who say until within 2 days, no man announced the presidency nyina. Say me na sisi an tema division 1 me na me hwe so until we shop near the nyina. Then when you do that to them, they begin to take us for granted. It's I think this foreign way for some time it's a bit on the low side. That one you have to commend ourselves. First either they are not reporting about what we can testify to what we hear. Say first na child within a month we better be sometimes very inhumane. Near the Chinese phone idea in a banner mom or near Casaro from no they are pushing us in the mud all in the name of money, and because the system does not protect us. In them can say BB say no Miss Anka Ghana Labour Commission there Mutiana Momaso case in say we are interested in this one. How he decided on Australian working for BCM decided to assault a Ghanaian who has been there for 30 years. So you can know that at least it's not based on competence of the person, but because you wanted to have your way, you can equally go through the system, remove him from the office. It's your company, or you be made a boss. Wow, you came to Ghana on merit to be, but to the extent that you are assaulting the Pakrone there, not victimizing it there. I mean, we need the system should work. Where people talk about fix the system, fix the country, fix the system. Once the system is fixed, the man will even dare not lay a finger or try verbal assault on another Ghanaian because you want to have your way and not say he wants to do the right thing. I think it doesn't look good. The system should protect us and make us feel proud to be Ghanaian. Some just say to say proud to be Ghanaian should come with a sense of responsibility that the Ghanaianness is taking care of you. But say no more bear to your disadvantage there. It takes the proudness away. But we don't expect to go that direction. I dear baby in kakra. We can't then America say if you know the right thing and decide not to talk, it makes you a liar, and it makes it bad. Till you talk about it, once you know that there are wrongs in society, there are ills in society, you can't able to me correct it. So I'm expecting the system to take care of the case. You raise a case in say there's a lot of interest, and they should follow it to the latter. More often than not, it will be massive because he wants to elevate it and take more money and make it a foolish case. We are not expecting some of these things in this regard. Protect, make this a test case for us to start having some belief in the system.
Unity Radio 103.9 Anopa Bosuo so na we here asada kase ma big olubi temba bring hair salon or say niam fofora ba ntade fofora ba t-shirts fofora ba goods fofora ba slip-ons shoes sandals. What do you want? Sneakers, correct ones, quality designers brana so ne be UT neton tade ne mpaboa sanso na Samas Trading 1084 Main Street sa open nam akrante otwe oyuo ni na akwabi ubenya bi ato asamwa ho na obeye program outdoor and engagement wedding baby shower what have you ni na no so ba enam bi a ope bia obi o ho betwitwa ma ope oxtail crab nya bi turkey de ebu type bi a ope bia fish type be na ope bra Samas Trading ho 1084 Main Street na yintwitwa onam ne ma ne san fankuja omo ebo enchidom. And I did you bro super cleaning services can be now not chrome restaurant so tie koku shoes any Anochi Krum restaurant aduane papa fee nso bo enchidom. Before we continue with other stories, NDC 4-year demonstration, and we'll be looking at that. Now yahwe matters arising. The questions people are asking, say, what is this demonstration for? Now, more NDC for after independence. Omo idea swache. Now, omo ewano. So omo so become. Omo mayanyune ho. Ebi mu so NDC for so say yentini jama Akufo-Addo. Enti ono so as I say oye adwuma onya yeso yebekasa justice. Now, NDC hit street with march for justice. Now, military for be bar according to some judge. Ebe protect you, join the police. Now Obisa said, what is the military's business at NDC demonstration? Some judge quizzes. Abrante Bako, a friend said Captain Smart, media guru, and he was in the news for questioning Nanado and saying that Nanado ya confirm Kofi Kumsen as some kind, and then Obisa Nanado or say, is this the Ghana that was handed to you? Captain Smart quizzes President Akufo-Addo. Now, yabekwa Ejura nso ne ahwe Ejura nsem no. Nanado form 3-member committee. Enne na omo first meeting. Macho kaka wuo no nipa ewom ne shootings e course no. Ho nsem nyina na enne nipa baako a okogina anamu ekasa e committee nanim regional minister. Assemble na regional minister they atudwa about soldier for shooting any the identification of the soldiers. Omo nimo ana omo nimo all the details the ebe bro na enran so ye ka kire mu se feyi ase arehosem ni se abrante bi oye head teacher now sign twi Uber part time said the ebe make life manujo him the sad story.
Tell me.
If you read the story, you saw on the fiancé ho. Oh, okay. Oba on no ebeware. And then the girlfriend, second the more or less you the word girlfriend. Yes. Or on the fiancé ho spend time man or obi friend no so obi a friend inti. Make Uber na ba me dey na kwa ba because no money na book for a trip. Yeah. Not knowing the guy had planned to kill him.
Yeah, I heard cry say no chat to baby cry.
No couldn't find I have later. The pictures. I couldn't look at. I have reporters need the picture.
I don't see them.
It was very graphic. And rounds and make a show you so. Yeah. They found a piece of the body without the head.
Exactly. You have to search for it. It's very pathetic. It's these are smarts of insecurity in Kofokan.
Yeah. But quickly, you share sporting news kakra and then UEFA
Italy, Spain,
Europa League, Italy, Spain. But before we do that, gossip, rumors and gossip kakra and Ghana so news kakra. Ghana Football Association apanishi Kumasi Asante Kotoko coach. Ama baneno as our final. The Disciplinary Committee of the Ghana Football Association (GFA) has announced that Kumasi Asante Kotoko coach Mariano Barreto has been charged for his comment against match officials in their game against Legon Cities. Mariano Barreto of Kotoko's 1-0 win over Legon Cities made allegations against the referees by stating that Asante Kotoko Sporting played 11 against 15. The comment of Kotoko, according to the Kotoko manager, according to the GFA, breached Article 38(8)(c) and 34(6)(d) of the GFA Premier League Regulations 2019 in respect of violations of the association's regulations. Barreto has now been charged with a 2-game ban and a fine of 3,000 Ghana cedis. That Mariano Barreto is found guilty of charges. A fine of 3,000 is hereby imposed on Mariano Barreto in accordance with Article 61(c) of the GFA Disciplinary Code. That Mariano Barreto, head coach of Asante Kotoko, is hereby handed a 2-month suspension in accordance with Article 62(a) of the GFA Disciplinary Code, part of the ruling read. Now, Mentiase, at the Ghana, no, you charge you don't go for hearing. You charge you and you final.
I think you Kenya they will first charge you if you want a hearing. Then we'll bet me up for hearing. If you decide not to talk to Anna, I'm not confirm. There's that openness. You see, the truth is that I'm having mixed feelings about this. To grow a game, we expect the coaches and staff not to be talking ill of after games because yes, Anna it brew a lot of tension and careful Anna. But the other side too is that what he said. Let's look at the substance of what he said. I mean, Obisuka say it can be positive, it can be negative. Maybe they are looking at the downside. That Obisuka said the referee AD or more linesman and why 15 against 11. I personally don't think it's a deep-rooted one of castigating the referee and I say BB in that deep way.
Is that the game when he says penalty no crowd no doubt to say Ananya no?
That game was Karela. No, that game was Karela FC. against Carolina.
Legon Cities.
Yeah, LCFC.
And I say they were playing against 15
men.
Because all the 4 referees
were aiding the team to win. I think that for me, some of these states might cry to come under the spotlight, and you will get some of these things, because growing the game means people. But the other side is
targeted. Because almost say coaches be even Olympus.
Yes.
For also be accused.
Yeah, I remember some
against
time ago.
us. Even how many has now?
Match official been public.
Yeah.
He should be guided.
And almost other clubs ABA there. Then they let go. Who's now saying I can has no protocol has coach no conduct. Officials now those are allowed. Some now those are allowed, but after they say if you mum
charging
on the yes. Now can comment na supporters enraged. Feel say they are targeted. Team we kwaya there na ya bania from we see you. Coaching kwa kokasa ya charging, but there are other coaches talking, but nothing happens to them. Maybe mukura attack ni adini.
You see, I'm a firm believer in conspiracy theory. It makes sense to me. That's what they wouldn't. They have not heard official statements from them. The last time I heard, almost say and secretariat until they only pass comments after they get official with documents, and which was very bad, because once you see the video, you have to condemn before you even see any. Before they can charge a referee, any of those involved,
yes. A referee can also be charged.
Exactly.
And I said be punished.
They are punished, they are demoted.
I said it should be embodied in the match commissioner's report. And then later, I was in Ghana then, and the independent, what we call independent observers. Because now we say match commissioners, and when they are compromised,
they don't tell the true story.
They don't tell the true story.
So
and the independent observers, independent observers, what do they tell them? Report to and without looking at the incident that happened.
So what I agree is the pick and choose attitude, selective amnesia. They decide which ones to punish. It looks like Kotokodiana by in quick succession. I mean, I'm seeing you now. Fire
Rangers are could
exactly. Then
so a board
coaching so Akasa then he banned 3,002 games. But there are other incidents across Ghana. They seem to have closed their ears to it. And yes, administration, they need to be careful, because some pockets we started brewer. If you are not careful,
now critique. I mean, I'm of the view that we need to clean our game of such comments, because Bobo we now say referee coach who say 15 people and then that's bringing the game into.
You love the sense of honesty. I mean,
no.
You played with 15 men.
Yes, and the penalty.
That's what I said. Maybe so. Why don't you give him benefit of the doubt?
Penalty.
I agree perfectly. Maybe sense of honesty means that if it's cheated, you say it. If it's against you, say it. So why can't you accommodate this? It looks like Kotoko aided and come punishing Stella. I agree that sometimes, but me, my problem.
Okay. Your point is there. I don't know. Kasa Kotoko penalty. Karela Ejima Oma. I see no doubt about penalty.
Yes, they didn't charge him for saying going that deep into a selective pick and choose attitude. Mambo beyond Kotoko no. Me who incidents in a footballer punish. So that is why I agree with you that. So because Kotoko said they are targeted.
And me on time I'm sending stories, bro.
Yes, very early. Yes.
Henry Tani,
yes, you didn't allow me. I was nearly putting my leg then. You got me up.
Yeah. Now I was listening to show in TV.
Yes, I know. They were very early.
And then Kotoko fans now say GFA is on them. As a Ketokreku has in him a show. Also sometimes it will not be like that. It be an intesa who you are Juma correct.
Yes.
But just like you said, incidents this year.
Yes, coincidence be too strange. Exactly, just select it.
Punish all the other clubs.
And you see, some of us will live to see 2001. This start with some of the snipers. One Kasahu, Bobian soon say glaring say, I didn't see Siko. We have some Bodo. I didn't see it. We are here. We see, I told you that what he did was bad. But football, the attention should also be punished accordingly. Near deterring for others. But we decided someone punish it there. Where I'll come in again and say, you know what, this is not right. Because at the end of the day, football is for men and it's built for tension. But you trying to put people in line will reduce the tension. It's where I agree that it looks like a crime who they will out you near dear crime who are breakum near dear Ninya menteshe all of our here is kotoko coach or pass it say a headless comment be baby no punish on mum gidi Keto Kreku needs to be careful because you want to grow a game, you need to try to be fair as fair as possible. I know it's not easy. One back two crowd, be sure same way. It's easily people easily make their opinions which you can't help. Would they change? So I might make a lot of mistakes. But the point is that I agree to that conspiracy that it looks like Kotoko punishment. I would advise Kotoko too. Once you have such a gut feeling, you also take care of yourselves. There are certain things you can prevent. So you see the winner say, yeah, Bibina say, you don't necessarily have to put a microphone off. You don't have to talk. I don't have to talk.
Yeah, in as much as I agree with you, I think Kedo Kreku shouldn't create that feeling.
Oh yes, and it's a gut feeling.
It makes some teams feel isolated and not included. I say, oh yeah, because in as much as me proponent say, you might give ni so comment the coach deserves to be punished. To me, you go catch me say. Many 15 people now, but referees now was on the other side. I just say referees now and you are bringing the game into disrepute. I agree to that charge. They have to punish. Our
family lawyer, Mama, make defend you. Say, I mean, people have the opinions. I mean, you can say,
but you know,
but reality is that you have to encourage.
My point is it brings the game into disrepute.
Of course.
But on the other side, just like you said, has coach the against Kotokono. That thing SSN get charging for misconduct.
Yes.
And it dissent. But it hasn't happened. In TSS, it will come there. Maybe we are being too
justice delayed, justice denied. Obviously, justice harried is justice barrier too. But near the your friend smoking gun theory. Who say be to go away near the what else you need to do such a punishment?
To a referee.
So no matter what the referee said, I mean, like I said, video speaks, a picture speaks 1,000 words, which words cannot explain. In this regard, in the Omega Jam said, yeah, China. I mean, it's even worse. That's what you are waiting to punish now. Okay. You are only trying to find some reason for
them. Still on Ghana sports, any hooliganism, cleaning the game and making the game pure. Stop watching games and focus on the crowd. Alex Scotty jabs police. Alex Scotty, na me body pano. No Ghana na me pe referee bi na interviewer.
But the FIFA referee, you know,
and oh me referee back on so no
I think he has he's also a Ghana.
They were retired. No, I'm sorry, a Ghana. Yeah,
Munja Krasa Ghana. Ghana, the own baby, referee school, so they are referees. A quite family affair. Referee be any other than uncle and papa be. I said, you can train in New York. Who be a coach train is Mike
Amedo.
Mike Amedo, yeah, Mike Amedo.
He was my best friend.
And obey Ewerman.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mike Amedo.
Exactly.
FIFA referee Mike Amedo.
Not credit your Silas, baby.
Silas, yeah, make
no electricity.
Yeah, also no electricity. Yeah. Mike Amedo.
Yes.
Now I am a best buddy. Mike Amedo, they know I'm a best buddy. Yeah. Until Alex Scott say. Police for no bus stadium will be hebola. As opposed to Uko UK stewards near the no. They face the crowd.
Yes.
What's Ghana police for near boom in some bus stadium and no money.
Yeah.
And yes, almost
match. Now the bench and money bomb money. I agree. They are very unprofessional when they get to the stadium.
With regards to hooliganism, no, and our say stop watching games and focus on the crowd. But on the other side, Mom said the Ghana Football Association is still silent on this weekend's act of hooliganism.
And an American, on Sena, Uko UK near their party. Sometimes they notch it further. Say, you bet you see what's in the crowd in him. Into we didn't quite say, I bet you make you easily. Because at the end of the day, it takes one person to throw a stone or a stick onto the pitch. But it's a letter. And you can get to them, you can single them out. I mean, just cordon the area, pull the person out, then we stop some of these things. But the reality is that they get there, and sometimes they are not built for it. As much as possible, we'll call a flashpoint. So you need a police force and soldiers who are ready for it. Because in any case, Nipano strength will come to play when people decide to do some of this jostling around near the NT. I agree with him perfectly. That's me growing up, going to stadium and see how the way policemen behave. They are more than tacticians. Policemen walk on them so or guard no one say Kojopoku anka is or 10 yanka. That's all that they do over there. About FIFA once a while they turn their heads to watch, which is very unprofessional. But they are there. You should know your core business of being there. Just like being a referee, we enjoy matching too much. You have to be watching where the ball and their legs, and in here, that's your job there. We are still that. Your job is to make sure that you are watching the crowd. Anybody who tries to do something untoward will be phased out easily and dealt with. But yes, what man the upside down one. Your reaction time to some of these bad moments and very slow. Then one leads to another. Then before you realize, it become very chaotic. So in principle, I agree with him. He's been elsewhere. He's been on this job, travel far and wide to referee most of the games on the African continent. So for him to make this pertinent observation and speak about it, I think the police departments and they are part of our football. They need to really learn in that direction. Me sure say I'm policing or me sure that can gidi, but it will be good to have proper training that say football games in there and at least and yet major to say work demonstration in there, but it has a potential to generate into something nasty. So you need to focus on the game, to the crowd near the. I think it's a call in the right direction. I listened to Kreto Kreku saying that they are on your IGP and that's on you say, meaning that sometimes they throw the violent acts into the doorstep of the police. So they have to get a very good regimental regime to really forestall some of these things. So I have seen them and I agree perfectly with him that most of our policemen get to the stadiums to enjoy the game rather than do their core business of crowd control and looking at them. Yeah.
Unity Radio 103.9 Anopa Bosuo. Now let's move to Europe. Now Yenshe Amanonin Kakrebi still on the sporting front. Nyame Aduma said Eddie Kankano UEFA European Championship Ekosno and then semi-final big game Ebekoso, and that is the game between Spain and Italy. A big game, very big game. Now Yenshe Senia etie the etie and is Italy and Spain go head to head in European Championship knockout game for the 4th tournament in a row. Omumienu Asia team bia our knockout stages European Championship. Now this is the country's 7th meeting. Our Euros. Spain only win in 90 minutes about the 2012 final, which they won 4-0. Italy actually Spain in the last 16 and at Euro 2016. Spain, they are looking for a third
2016,
Spain, they are looking for a third European title in 4 events. While Italy have surprisingly only won it once, all the way back in 1968. The game is at Wembley, the same venue as Wednesday's match between England and Denmark, and Sunday's final. There are unlikely to be too many fans of either side at the game. Anybody flying from Spain or Italy into England would have to quarantine and therefore not be able to attend. Italy FA President Gabriel Gravina says they have been given 125 tickets out of a possible 60,000 crowd. It's unfair that there are no fans from Italy and Spain, said Italy boss Roberto Mancini, but it is better to play in front of the public than in front of a few people. That is the beauty of the sport. But I didn't normally game Nico UK.
That's always been there. Say I'm planning multiple cities. Over a year ago, we all knew that the semi-final and the final.
Because I said Nanka, final.
No, the semi-2 was there. I knew about it because Mayor England way no profile how England can win this, and I'm say their job is to make sure they get to the semis. Once they get to the semis, then they have a very realistic chance of winning it, especially against this time. So, like you said, because of quarantine issues, and what by I quarantine for 14 days in there, until they can't get chance to watch the game. It's virtually a month member. Until they will have to make do with television there. Until whichever way it is, I think Italy are in top position to win this one. Worcester starts in the BBR coming through now. Spain has not really been tough customers for in Italy. The only win with their together with their Iniesta, Xavi, Money there. That's golden generation of team. No, Mutumu winning emphatic 4-0. But save that and quite tell Sabeti winning in 2016 by that 2-0 emphatic win over them. And run up to this in Italy, they have had 5 wins out of the 5 games. Spain had 3 draws in there, just 2 wins. Run up to this. Although Spain did not start early, drawing with Switzerland, but get as time was on, the match 5-0 near there. Just that the last time around, they had to win via penalties. They had to win via penalties. So it sets us up beautifully. I think for everything, Italy are the team to beat at this tournament. We England they have one of the most prolific free scoring and defensively to the end, but they have not considered a lot of goals. I'm expecting a very beautiful game. I mean, if 2 teams can sell to us a beautiful story, for me, Spain have exceeded my expectation. Which squad I'm going to buy this competition now? Will you 2 or 3 players be nka ni nyina ye
almost started kwana say almost qualified.
Yes, we be Aspilicueta, we be Sergio Busquets and Jordi Alba. Muammar Kenya relatively young players. I mean, we're Pau Torres when they're having experience for the first time near there. But at least it has been a very nice fairy tale for them. Then about possession, so they are the masters of possession at this tournament. 72% near there. It's more a possessive team.
Italy.
A very possessive team against a very strong
Mancini, right?
Yeah, Mancini as you don't say do Italy in there. But for these few years, I was he's really over 10 their heads.
Italy is some possessive ball.
Yes.
Unlike first now boss
Catanaccio, I mean, kick and rush. The there's flair, there's strength, there's everything. It's better than their previous performances in terms of possession. But you can't take that out from Spain. Spain is possessing more. They are holding on to the ball, and they have a champion at defensive midfielder in Sergio Busquets. Where the experience is coming to bear at this tournament. So I'm expecting
the game kicks off at 3 p.m.
Yes,
3 p.m.
Exactly.
Should be a Spain Italy match. 3.
Yeah.
You know, either ABC or ESPN.
Okay.
ESPN ABC ni Joko ESPN ni ABC.
ESPN. I read the ESPN. So for me, it's a KG game. Italy hands down for me. I'll be surprised.
It might be on ABC because it's a late kickoff game.
Oh, okay.
At 3 o'clock. The first no 2 games. I'm about round of 16 quarter no. 12 no. 12
and 3. Yeah.
12 the new ESPN. No more 3 no ABC. So hopefully be a intina mema obia option because ABC ne ESPN omo adienti so kwa no wanya no akwa oko ABC ni no akwa ESPN.
Yeah, you are sports for choice. For me, Italy, I'll be surprised if Spain get this one. I think they've had a very good ride and their bus will end at this point. But if they win, it will set it up beautifully. But I think for my English sentiments want Spain to win so that it will be a good ride. In order
not for you to be like Kalusha,
yes,
and be in the middle. If
I said Italy for me.
Okay.
That's nearby Miss British is beyond Faso. When I told you Spain will win, I told you Spain emphatic the last time around. Yeah, you wish. You wish. Yeah, you wish. Once you can't remember, I've not woke up.
No, comedy results but now predictions are
I will not do this tomorrow. Yeah. Now or never. Now or never.
Okay, transfer news, new rumors, kakra PPA. You say Barcelona here more.
Oh yes.
They are trying to push players out so they can sign Messi. Griezmann has become also a victim. Griezmann has become list of growing players to be axed. Pjanic, Tottenham, Chelsea. Now, I started off from ESPN. Spanish defender Sergio Ramos, 35, will have a medical in Paris today, ahead of joining Paris Saint-Germain as a free agent after his departure from Real Madrid. Manchester City, any brace or Mubinyano, but Nini Nachino. Bayern Munich also got in there, but he decided to go to.
He chose the easier way out. He's a lazy boy.
Manchester United is set to offer 50 million for Real Madrid French defender Rafa Varane, and a 25 million for Rennes midfielder friend Eduardo Camavinga. As they continue their summer spending spree, Marca Kouakra town they buy. Bayern Munich, chief executive officer friend say Oliver Kahn say Nyamie Nimni. Omoni Abrante friend say Kingsley Coman Edingomo. Na di obetumi aka Manchester United, Liverpool, Chelsea. Omo nyina ya bobo omo din say omo pesa Abrante ne say oye very optimistic say Abrante no obesign new deal. And now watch the Bayern Munich. Inti Chelsea and Liverpool especially omo to omo because Kingsley Coman ebe stay put Bayern Munich. You know a mirror Kouakra tano. And Paris Saint-Germain and so offer Lionel Messi a contract to bring him to France after his Barcelona deal expired last week. The 34-year-old Camp Nou legend has helped his country into Copa America semi-finals amid his uncertain club future. But remember, say, and yet Paris Saint-Germain, Manucho, guess which other club are also the contract to Messi Abubuano. Apart from PSG, yes.
City.
Manchester City. And Manchester City, Paris Saint-Germain, and Barcelona. But report on it says Messi wants to remain at Camp Nou. Name says they can say Barcelona and Penfobe to me a players in the say do every team anymore. Now more to me a free up space. And say Aguero, Aguero, and signing Garcia. One other player become
Depay.
Memphis, yes. Yeah. But I want to register Obia.
Yes.
Because financial regulations in Spain
yes,
forbid them. They say and just want to me pump players nibi.
Yes.
And then want to me register.
Wage bill no be too high. So you can't pay them.
I'm a Barcelona.
They have a choice between
Barcelona asem no. Now the tiani say I'm a French striker Antoine Griezmann. Say remain a realistic option for Manchester City this summer if they are unable to sign Harry Kane. Mundo Deportivo say ana me can say Griezmann abeka growing number of players Barcelona person mo pam wo mo no. Now almost by getting Memphis Depay any the other player friends Aguero say ana mo hia Griezmann till they want to sell Griezmann quick Pjanic omo ka chensenka omo ene international terminating the contract nanka onko as free agent wampene wantiase njisi ano Pjanic eji se omo nya team etono Chelsea no Tottenham according to exclusive report pre Abrantia no
ehon so smart. Why didn't he just sign as a free and go to negotiate on
or 3 more years remaining?
No, so eventually you have to stay for them to pay you, and they feel 3 years as home to your country side. Yeah, Kofria. I think what you there, you just because you have to pay him. Yeah. That's the bad news. Also, you can go and take some 20 million from a club and sign for them. Ibrahimovic,
Manchester City manager Pep Guardiola says the moment there is no chance we aren't going to buy any striker. Or say, but City, Guardiola say at the moment there is more chance we are not going to buy any striker. Wow. Even though Griezmann has been deeply linked, or say there is no chance. Ronaldo is in talks with Juventus over a new deal. Now, report no Gazzetta dello Sport, Ediaba HS Abrante Nobeka, he's been linked all summer with United and Paris Saint-Germain. Now, reporter said George Mendes Akodru Italy. Our Juventus Scotland said Dinkomo. Juve and so Pesomore signing Manchester United midfielder Paul Pogba this summer. The Italian giants are keen on bringing the France international back to Turin 5 years on from departing for a world transfer record fee. Nonetheless, Paris Saint-Germain, according to exclusive report from 90 minutes, so say PSG so Abura Manchester so almost Epe Paul Pogba to Juve and then PSG. And PSG this year money abrepao. They want to win Europe.
Exactly. So they are in a bet with me.
Signing Wijnaldum.
They want to shame me.
Sergio Rier, Hakimi, Sergio Ramos. Now they want Messi, and then they have also tabled offer for Paul Pogba.
Yeah.
Wow.
They want to push me. They want to surprise me or shame me.
Arsenal midfielder Matteo Guendouzi looks set to leave the club and has been strongly linked with Marseille. In fact, and a goal, the Barca he's going on loan to Olympic Marseille with option to buy.
Yes.
And also AC Milan is set to open negotiations with Chelsea over another loan move for French international midfielder Timothy Bakayoko. Timothy Bakayoko contract akafe now, so Chelsea has the option to sign or extend. And according to report, Chelsea extended the deal which Bakayoko say ompekra. And so once the option is there, Chelsea can decide to trigger or not. Liverpool are front in the queue for PSG and France forward Kylian Mbappe. Now speculation continues over the future of the 22-year-old who has just 1 year left on his deal. I will pack the princess. ESPN say Liverpool need anymore pa. Because they say they want to make money this year if he's not signing. Because Madrid Nika pre. Mikel Arteta is keen to keep Emil Smith. Aston Villa at the bid Minuaba in the region of 30 million. Ninano has been rejected. Atata senior dia. William Atata say amo petofo. Inti se obetona koma 11 wiser. He say William.
Yes.
To dana ye player na manucho woti ko now kwa the tono ibino no or the be a Hazard and or the be a William the tono.
Oh, now William ko benye bi abode.
Chelsea.
Yeah.
If he'd stayed, he would have. Also, not a Lampard favorite.
Ko be one.
No, na Lampard or no mbo.
No, see a bit one.
Hakim Ziyech ni William one anymore.
No, if
he was there, I was no hold that. Probably they wouldn't have even gone for Ziyech.
I can't have it.
No, so a winger. Can't have it in your winger.
Can't
have it here midfielder. Or inside. Or on board
playmaker.
Oh yeah, 8 or 10.
Oh, you can play.
And also to be as first 9 or ball winger on your day.
Oh, ball Leverkusen, not to ball 11, not to 7.
And I'm because no Leverkusen no man free road. And no na say we ye na money bobo no. On Germany Susano
I mean, he's a spent force. I mean, I think he's played his best of games. I mean, he's been there. He's been lived through time. When Ramirez won an ball, he's lived through time. Why are they?
Thiago Silva crowd Super Bowl.
It's a vintage wine. No, be no vintage wine. Defenders are vintage.
William I saw you to William was our best player when Lampard was there.
Outfield players and your piano.
Player some pela cassette, more pet of 4, more begging people to buy.
No, we are not begging. We want to free space until likely to go. Until say one contract.
No say players. Obama and Eric catcher. Some of Obama buy the Moyano. Obama and Satam, PSG panel, Real Madrid panel, Liverpool panel. Teams they breed. When Maya Branton, Mama and life are miserable.
I don't think that
they say Chelsea year players year the Monka. First I want Chelsea go to play no Maseno. Chelsea go to play no Maseno.
One wine year. One wine year.
So many players.
Sir?
So many players. They say academy cry, academy player be a back.
Sorry, me niche you, mediano fanfa beji nyamya ye me niche
Okay.
Yeah, I think a few. Messi to sign. I think it's one of the biggest topics which is ranging around the world this time around. But Barcelona as a club, they are in a quagmire. They are having mixed feelings because you see he's a club legend. Whichever way, even Ronaldinho, Manchester Crown, they've been given ambassadorial roles and they are seeing parts of them. Messi has done anything and everything for them and for himself, and they've also done everything for him as a footballer. All the greatness Messi is enjoying, people even tout him as the best player ever to grace this planet. Barcelona were part to that success story. But I think we've gotten to that point in our lives. It's high time, you see. And the good thing for Barcelona is that the time he wanted to leave, he had a contract running. It would have been very, very bad. It would have been a dark spot in their career, in their lives. But he said, "We're running down the contract."
Yeah.
So they should give me a better farewell so that it works off the. Build another.
Barcelona fire then.
But Messi while winding down the contract, you see, and the condition is that sack not less than 10 players before you can free space to sign him. By Spanish law now,
some players no so far be cool.
By Spanish law, you see,
and Leeds United as our tobacco.
The only thing he can convince me is
Fairpo.
Yeah, you see names that will be fine. Maybe they are not extraordinary players in Tina, but Coutinho they have to be. Yes,
that's all. Last season,
so maybe they say he's paid his dues for them. You see, the last contract Messi signed, I don't think that it has flourished anything good. The last 5 years he signed.
Barcelona team way. The
last 5 years has not been awesome for Messi, but for Barcelona from 2015.
I totally disagree.
From 2015,
I totally disagree.
You think they've been good?
Last 5 years.
Last 5 years. Last from 2016. That is when they had the.
I totally disagree.
Manola.
This season, Messi had a good season.
No, you see, by their own high standards, they are Champions League material, and they've been disgraced twice in Europe. Major one year, what happened? The Greek god. Manola Gigi was I think that those things.
But these are isolated cases. Messi you don't blame Messi for everything that happens at Barcelona.
But I'm not blaming him. I'm making analysis telling you that.
Yeah, you are talking about Wijnaldum being a king, Will being a king.
Oh yes, the last 5 years, by their own high standards from 2016, they've been pathetic.
If you are talking about the team Barcelona, fine, but you can't single out Messi.
That's right. But Messi is part of the team.
No, you can have a team that you can have a team that is not performing, but you have an individuals performing in the team.
Together with Messi, the last 5 years contract they signed has been pathetic.
I disagree.
It's good. You can disagree. I'm not saying don't disagree.
Not just disagree.
Good.
You
can. Yeah. So for me, I think that they've gotten to that crossroads. So they should give me a befitting farewell. The only reason I can accept Laporte making him stay is that Messi is a pull factor. He as a good player, but there are some players in this world that they wish they could play with Messi before he retires from football. It's a be not to actually 1 or 2 very good players, because once they lose a Messi, they start the whole process again. Because from 92 or more till 2006 for Ronaldinho to come and turn the fortunes for them to win the Champions League, but even he had to go. I think that the over-reliance on Messi, the last contract I told them that and Messi they should build another dynasty, but they said no.
Build around who?
I mean, they've had a player like Neymar, that's a poster boy.
No, Neymar cause they say, okay, let's not live in the past.
Bring back Neymar.
Also, last contract. I'm Messi. Yeah. No, I'm building new dynasty.
Bring back Neymar. Let Messi go and spend a lot of money to bring back Neymar.
Want to come. How do you bring?
No,
him?
because there's a God factor at Barcelona.
Because he signed a new contract.
There's a God at Barcelona. See, Messi even at his age, when you come, we press conference crown. It's one where you realize Messi, you can play there. Play other to run. Play Remy Biano or mobile. Messi, the greatest thing to happen to, which is not bad. But I feel there are two sides now. Either you just keep him for a season and get bigger players to come and play around him. But I think the Messi story has ended beautifully by him running down the contract. As soon as he's been bought out of contract, he's always welcome back to the club as an ambassador, as a coach, as a mazo, as anything. But it's up to them. There's no chance to buy.
A player can be 35, 36 and still be better than Ibia player or picky.
No doubt about that. Messi and Ronaldo, when I'm sure
Messi, they are indispensable.
My analysis, I say, wait to you that I think the Messi story should end for them to look in another direction because because
Manu Messi say Messi knew the last 5 years I say Barcelona are pathetic no. Pathetic.
They could have been worse. Good.
Top 4 crowd.
You see, few of them known. One Akawasem say, "Ye penny players, ye build the team." No. Messi internal. The name Bubu Crown is obo. There are people who believe in that.
But Messi is still.
There are people who Messi
Barcelona best player for the last 5 years.
Who say?
Best player.
It has always been Messi, but over reliance on Messi because the wage did not pay too much. And I'm just this year to keep Messi and bring in other players. It's a big story. I say you have to free a lot of space because he's taking about 1 million every week. That money, you see, the good thing is that it brings them a lot of cash too. And sometimes, what can say
you're only looking at the other side. Yeah.
No, not so the Sikaba, but I personally think, reading my stories, doing my checks with thesis together, I think it's high time. The story is beautiful at this point. Last season was a quick one. Said they couldn't psychologically prepare to let it happen. But we do a contract now. I ran the real say, you know what? For me to sign for you again, this is what I want in there. No, Master, nobody can be bigger than a club. A club should always be bigger than an individual, no matter what the crisis they are going through. But Sisiano, it's a Messi Penia. He could have signed a year for them earlier so that he could have had traction to get some players. Because that's the stance now. Player be about no show. Now Messi and sign here. Say Messi and sign here. It's even still hanging over their neck. And this is unlike Barcelona. They want to get their things done early and quick. Then they think about how to win. But you see, Laporte is sitting down. Always, or born and judge say, Messi, please. And because he has that power to sign or not. No chance to sign a new striker by way. I'm surprised. Pep Guardiola is saying this one. Because all other things they need a striker. Maybe you see the Messi factor can't get bad. Messi Pep Guardiola combination is a marriage made in heaven. He's a very good tactician. He's a very good baller. It's Uncle Tumeba.
Now, okay, say on free Barcelona. Umbra Pep ho. Pep crowd they are done in South with me. The wage bill crash as Suchen City. As Suchen. Read the article on it. Tebas or somewhere Spanish Football Federation to call Mokono
about spending.
But I see Papa Nsuya there.
Yeah.
No Nsuya there for Premier League. Now Papa no treaty back. I learn from the Premier League every day. Now also so financial macroeconomics.
Yeah.
Personal.
I know. I say I think it will always be
because
for all the
Papa is about and lecture.
Yeah.
And all say Papa behave say or you all knowing. Now Nsuya from Premier League, Tina Spain League, you know.
Yeah.
Nas Premier League sikakro munya from TV right from Asia.
Yes.
Kranye sikaketwa and Tunsia and few minutes now Tebas and so responding and they went back and forth like on Indonesia.
Yes. And I think why I say Pep for all the good things he's done, the amount he spends has always been one of the things people use against him, but it's not enough.
Why can people invest in their businesses everywhere and not in sports? That was his question.
Yeah.
What's my talk idea? Me discussion. Maybe I'll be told down cry dada.
Yes.
No discussion. No idea. No. Yeah. No. What raising is
appreciable levels to attract. I say hotel. Then people come and sleep there. Very hotel.
Exactly. Let me buy into Pep because we're city.
Yeah.
City pa and there's top teams
in the world
that city count. Although our first no more that's your home mid table team.
I agree and disagree too because I also fine with this Kabeni, but sometimes prudent spendings and getting a success also makes you
the prudence really is defined by who?
Oh, why they spend a lot? I mean,
no, I agree with you, but my question is the prudent is spent by who?
For now, Chelsea and City they spend. Money is not their problem.
PSG spend more than Chelsea.
Farmers League, that's why they are. Yeah, but you see, the modern game you spend to achieve success. One top player. It's me Chelsea players, but I agree.
Chelsea, they say highest earner Kai Havertz. And then Timo Werner.
What you saying?
Kai Havertz, them say 250 or something.
Yeah, no munchia crowd.
Chelsea wage structure. That is why pay player Kessia.
About 400.
Yeah. 500. Yeah. 500,000 pounds sterling a week. Yeah, 500.
Yeah. Chelsea has a way of.
Yeah, wage structure. Intina Erling Haaland problem ne ba kono no. The Haaland bar.
So
N'Golo Kante is due for renewal.
Yeah. It might affect the pay structure.
I will defend about them for friends.
Yeah.
Germany boy. Tony Rudiger is due for renewal. Say, see, I speak with you there. The problem between Chelsea and Rudiger, so part of the top. Yeah, NS no.
Yeah, and but I think he's work for it.
I think it's 300,000.
He's work for it. They need to give him that.
Oh, and Tisao for Haaland ba. Na Haaland
about 300.
Na so no beji 450 500.
Yeah.
Because it's in the stature cost, just like you said.
Yes.
In TSA, then you are breaking because players need na contract be end there. You have Kai Havertz 300 and now 280. Obetimi akwani mu be 20 bi amano for the renewal na 50. But see as all the Haaland Babe do 500. Kai will go.
You have to pull the rest to match up because it's a team effort.
So that is the problem Chelsea is facing right now.
No single player is bigger than the rest.
Yeah.
It's an interesting one. Yeah, quickly on the two natures. Varane to United. I think it will be a good buy. What is happening to Real Madrid? Fiorentina Perez. It looks like Onisika, like you saying.
People say Spain League.
Yeah, but I've always said this one about TV rights in Adenia. How they did not help build the rest.
They were good. They were making money. Stadiums no so.
Yeah.
And on fans and so park. But now Pep say they only rely on those.
Exactly. I want to tell you the modern game.
In the pandemic, and hit boom back up.
It's
not just a Fiorentina Perez Super League nor the Atitano.
Yes. You see, I agree that bigger stadium is larger revenue, but the modern game does not thrive on just live audience at the stadium. You need to expand. I said for some more newspapers now there. No. She rely on
internet.
The modern game now access and people love competition. I said Barcelona Las Palmas said there's an equal chance of Las Palmas upsetting Barcelona. But says I didn't know why a man is sharing just a musi amope now you say that Las Palmas Barcelona crime meshe. But be 30 minutes near 4-0, 5-0. Then it throws the game off. I think it's also part that a more equipped other teams, no more competition in Bremona. Other teams.
Messi.
I bought 12. Over sorting now. Mama Nico Bibia.
Because you know the culture.
So why didn't he sign? I didn't want on person sign.
Run to Dubai.
What's it?
Why you can't?
Nadam for Dubai. Oh, meaning. I know that's like an argument, but we have to change the script.
Run to Dubai.
Me say your point, ma. Ade.
We come about. I someone make a show. Obobezo.
Obagaja.
Onim.
She.
Messi has seen it all in Barcelona.
But you should sign for them. Why is he refusing to?
Now who's a bizarre someone nearby?
Second coming of a
I'm for Bibian 2-3.
Second coming
Dubai.
After my your friend no Cody and BBC BBT and Chanka Cran. Okay, I'm not dotting my eyes and crossing my teeth.
Speculation, I better speculate.
Maybe speculate.
No, about speculating.
Just what's
pending do there? Martin so Martin.
Maybe that be catch you. You don't
Kalisha come up, Papa. I mean the difference is telling.
And then it come a video calls. Kalisha on regular call
video. We near me show you now show me.
Why?
Kojakwa Bobo Sani. Watch I want you. When I win that,
me yala me bomba no.
Onya ejuma ni me nya ejuma.
Ya kan okra ejuma na no sin ya. Kinke.
Ejuma na wonim say be ejuma go do ha 12.
Exactly.
Me say all the catch lady ni say all the time by about 10 to 2 they are onja.
Lady bia. Lady bia.
What the first say?
Me fa he say.
Me twa pictures we say me twa pictures aba. Me video.
Me investigation no me twa pictures.
Oko no pamoa. No be ka say na fancy.
Me fa fancy.
So my concert here betumi aye digging no. You back yeah okay.
Dig.
Me mo assign.
All the Kaka sports no na.
What I want to boy me bana me chairman nicho. I'm
say no dimri ka be bolo.
Because Messi na okwa o hifa na okwa.
My main messages can crave na eto Opo the and only politics. Okay, Lotson Junior say, but Messi won't sign the contract. He will go to PSG. No, I can tell you on authority. Say Messi wants to say, especially with Aguero coming. When him Aguero and Adam for the best friend. He's been wanting Aguero for so long.
But I don't know. Sorry, you say you can't sign Aguero.
They cannot register. Spanish. Messi cross almost register now. Almost register player
Spanish when regulations wage bill
financial regulation wage bill no
they have to feel like 10 players
by bringing Memphis
Aguero
Eric Garcia
Aguero
Kun Aguero
and I resign of Messi
to me say Messi come books ho so what na ya ende say Messi ko shemu a Aguero mu nyina mato nyina ayengura to me register they need to clear about 10 players
minimum of 10 players
and then to me register Memphis
Aguero, Garcia
and
Messi.
Wow.
Yeah, eti omo yi bigu.
That's what I told you. There's a decision to make.
Omo say, Masa, you be more free yen terminate contract no mutual. By bimu so mo continue so ompene. There are so many players rebelling.
But they are the major ones.
If you sell them, someone say a tonwa, you get loyalty bonus and that, and then you have the chance to negotiate with the club. But uko free so a club rinya she bomb so mo pay free no.
Yeah.
They want to be so into just like Manucho said, minim the entire so
free no I say why money attack you no.
Yeah.
They feel like you see devalued, right?
But so I anyway maybe our contract in one team but almost signing themselves they make money.
Depends on the player.
Ibrahimovic making a lot of Cavani money now. They want to negotiate on themselves. Make a lot of money.
Ibrahimovic and Cavani are different. To see a continue team are open with England unim.
Wow.
Aston Villa and Everton.
So go and take some
wage or Barcelona no. There's no way Aston Villa or Everton will pay. He said when one turn around say okay Everton comes okay Michael Lua Barcelona will pay half Everton.
No, but you see okay you better
for instance continue and na piano crown last year about 16 games.
Yeah.
Nti once esa o value no conform nti ubenya team a teams mid-table teams na better to
this is the analysis I'm making
because you want to see Omon Pepe back.
This is analysis I'm making. Player and will say okay that Montomi that means so be better so be
also on the on terminate
so be minimum of some 10-50 million to get you because and you free because you don't want to go on the free into Aston Villa pewa Aston Villa and Kakoma Basa be 8 million or not 10 million cash you take that money then you go and sign a good
free agent no they will only increase your wage but
no but you see it's a negotiation I'm the player I'm coming to sit at the table. Why will you decide
if you come as a free agent? Oko Everton, Everton feels say over free agent. There's some Chelsea kesiye. It be at 300,000, 400,000 a week.
And it boils down to negotiation.
Yeah,
the money to be paid to a club. No,
you think the players and their agents don't?
No, because some players make a lot of money. Some players will no or you free no qua or to meet 20 million.
When you are
from the team,
when you are free and your profile is
exactly.
No, their profiles are. They went to a bigger club with high profiles, and our profiles not from. So what I say.
But when you stay rather, you make it worse for yourself because Arsenal Pecotino, I say no, minko free. I can negotiate with Arsenal.
No, say Arsenal Pecotino. What they are saying is, say, come to Barcelona
and pay some money to Barcelona,
and then come and then you sign us
and pay.
Yeah. Now Shahin.
What's it?
20.
Kalusha why me who? Now be a uba show so a wakwa oba ho sen at least now monitor program.
But I said me how
2 minutes over and come.
There be a 12
if
you are you
accountant.
If you are you politics.
Look here, my friend. Our problem is our leaders. You remember our great grandmother? Yeah, Santwa. Did she depend on World Bank? Did she depend on Abrofo? She didn't. Right? And you change, Oduma Kuma Tradion Pong, Woso, Tutu Tata, Baba Bibi Baba. You don't stand up for your rights. Democracy means if you do not criticize your condition, you understand, you're a traitor to the nation. Go see the council. Go see the people they got there. Dr. Kwame Naminimshi, he's there. Professor Dr. Mwasam Kwana Mishai, he's there. Dr. Professor Emeritus Kitwabiana Miredi, he's there. Nana Kuntumpo the first, he's there. Evangelist, Bishop, Asorisika Kwana Miria, they are there. They don't do nothing for you. We have no water. We have no light. Look, a small road they're building, they can't do it. From Accra to Kumasi should be a 4-lane highway. And I'll build it. Because I know how to build it.
Unity Radio. We know radio.
Anopa Bosuo, Unity Radio 103.9. Yeah, there's another say Madanko African Market 785 Main Street. Branabeto Kankalaba. And Hama, I'll bet me the Dudu Anum. But your blood pressure, how or the alcohol, Nekope bito na enum nebebo. So what's you dying? Yamia, I don't know what's you dying or Ghana. Now, pe company Anopa Bosuo Mawa. Any KM Raf Roofing Kasa. Makasa companies ne biaji din wo Ghana na ebi mu so be adwuma fo ama because omu din ne so untimi ne omu ntwe KM Raf ya so na hwe ye ginidi enchansen de be ma no color no empa ya the correct size ene be ma o pe 0.45 or 0.45 0.5 or 0.5 0.4 0.4 ye nje 0.45 sika nkofa 0.35 ana 0.3 mfa more dan so ma ebi mu wadanse die wo ha omu dan omu eti krom hanim so omu de 0.45 omu hu na 0.3 mko ene bi mu dan enyunu KM Raf na san ko pa dan ni nyina so boss ma omu ye ne prekope because or somebody we know, we trust, and we can find. KM Raf Roofing or say for dan bra say do roofing nkwa dia na omoso emfa emma na bibia ntumi nkonkan ubetumi afre no ewo 0549 315774 0549 315774 na yemfa aseda kese nso ema Rashida Financial Services enra wote yenu aban kan odwumadi so se upe sikasam ntutu enimdie bia o se frɛ no 7813543060 obebua o onye kapreba advice o sign o your policy are fine but any financial advice you need any Rashida Financial or ye adwuma wo IRS Internal Revenue Service enra na ye kan obi o ha onim ofro akwa bi wa ye adwuma che suade ache money IRS ye adwuma che pa nsa na obeyewi into onim sikasam ntutu so pay life insurance with liberty with life living benefit so pay college planning amauba so pay life insurance retirement mortgage protection bibia ene Rashida Financial Services nkasa na omwa uyo oba na wutie mi ne anopa sese kwa de abo awia abodumienu ene Dr. Kwame Amponsa nkasa makachiro papa ye obi a oye doctor suahunu obi ena waye adwuma no so afri Ghana nsa na oba ha nyame ayadom wanya ne residency Ghana ni doctor oye gynecologist osanye obstetrician ohwe ma pomuden reproductive health hormonal disorder bibia opese wo onyinsan na asai Dr. Kwame Amponsa se wo de bra na obeboa ebia na wo detect bibi lam ibi se abehye baby emma fibroid ne nye kese emma bibi develop to be cancerous kese ene Dr. Kwame Amponsa nkasa makachiro nyame ayadom Worcester forma ene wa mamu nimdie for ti se ya ene butumi fa no se mo primary doctor mo medical doctor na unim what is more na there be American Dr. Kwame Amponsa St. Vincent for Trinity na New Jersey na Ohio big hospitals offering no co theater or say a surgeon or yes surgery na any Dr. Kwame Amponsa enkasa na sisi de nyame ayadom obi ono an clinic ewo Vernon Medical Center building no 10 Winthrop Street off Vernon Street no eho ena owo the building ni owo suite number 312 Udu Vernon Medical Center suite number 312 eho ena Dr. Kwame Amponsa wo eno nkasa frɛ no 508-459-2706 508-459-2706 na Dr. Kwame Amponsa emwa na onso apom den no nsita odo maame abaha unua bia baha toda ukwa da bia meka brofo no sɛ de obetumi akyerɛkyerɛm meyem sanfro me obeka no brofo sɛn edin but Ghana ni dia uka Yes, stomach upset.
Send they be running to be near stomach upset, but some bad
diarrhea.
Some so diarrhea all running.
And no, you're friend no.
No.
Cheap power.
Okay, doctor, cutting was I'm having stomach upset. No, I did one month 10, maybe about 2 months.
Stomach turning.
Enti conductor Kwame Amponza ho na omwa na bibia ntumi enwie pe na bibia nso ntumi nsipin sita otayechi na ene ose yemfa dwumadi emro yen konkohwe ensema na dapro. So I think that we've already discussed one or two issue O'Neil sellers na ni age omobo Henry Kote abaso na ya hwe obi a ono so koton okowi amo ayano a ya jeli no adna uzuti
oze
wawie bidana
ose command me damu but mankuya
ose command no bowe obi kitchen free wo no kura kitchen fa rice cooker no nti ose ono akokoto
ya dan kana for judges ni lawyers for no mo no ya
aba
oya na no ma bi ho ya omo fa yi ya fa ni sen tima kakra
temper justice with mercy.
We say no.
I send command of public service.
When warning, become warning.
Yeah, and now man of public service.
Public service on koye.
Community ni nyusu no fam pra nya adwuma mo akro
no. Man out of that come hu na adwuma kwa be kwa no nya adwuma. No otuma ye. Na say mo kaka. National politicians bi akwara boni bi a wakọ wi obi ayi bi because say the papa politician and na no of a politician no na ho free. This how we say injustice we no. If a crime na obinya no
obinya no yamuso krum so krum ni o
yamuso krum ai Côte d'Ivoire
na he na so free na he na ka so free
si yamuso
yamransa na me
yamuso krum ya da me ai
yamransa
yeah me krum no me di hino kra ho me
okay boy fine fancy kinky yeah fancy kinky yamransa
manu jo krum no ya he
Maricho ne da bibia ekoye.
No, da bibia e bisa bibia untimi nka.
You have to think through it. Your questions are very mysterious.
Da bibia ekoye pa.
Enra, me jam wo no.
Ai jaja.
About the
community about Monica say.
Then I missed out. You know I've been looking for her for a long time.
You've always been missing out.
Wow.
A lot.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
Yeah, Monica.
I'll change my mind.
I'll
change my mind. You chrome if you be away playing to no. Lape playing to playing a family dance. Apam they say me win if you know. My parents, more 2 parents. I'm not sure baby.
Why not 9 parents?
I don't know. That's what I'm talking about. My own.
So
me 4. I come from 4 different places because my parents.
No, we are not talking about grand.
No, my parents.
Oh, no, papa died.
Yes, Bakufi Apane Accra.
Okay. Exactly. Won't mean they are the on cry, sir.
I'm here Pachulinia. Yeah. Nah, yeah.
So, mommy think crying.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, 20 million.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Omo di ejade.
Exactly. Na papa so fins ma am so mo die na die
o mame
papa
papa say papa fin cry no say fins ma
mama me fin cry na papa yenz mani
na ede na o sign fantini
so say half
apam no aka ye ne
apa mame ne half fi apa na half fin cry na papa fin cry
oh okay
na zima no so apa
me mame papa say ne mame fi nzima na ne papa fi takrade
oh two papa so half cry fi takrade
exactly so I'm
two papa takrade
nzima
and no mame Accra
ne apa
apa sa pan so fanti
yeah fanti land
yeah okay je wanna
I'm multifaceted. My gun can shoot anywhere. I can make babies anywhere that I want.
Yeah, Mr.
I'm showing you my under. You say, you want to?
Oh my goodness.
You don't need to show you my under.
Okay.
How do you know whether it's big or small?
You are showing me your under. I don't want to know your under.
Never me show my seat. Nobody home.
But who was you?
My seat never just a punk a cry.
Okay, that's that Kasiama Yabu for you there share issues but before that my kind story as message is amount for the bar on sports. Lost in Junior say Manchester City don't need a striker, they just need a playmaker like Messi. But me I don't know why Barcelona signed Griezmann, but Messi won't sign the contract, he will go to PSG. Oppo the ones okay wait they no come more there no mamiaba omo okuwi amon or say Oppo the ones police who were okay no can sports time na you say police for no come come share ball
yeah
na ntoko esikura omu hu no
exactly
also put the ones police who were at BA stood watching while the referee was nearly maimed. Yeah,
they were chasing the referee.
Now police
they didn't protect the referee. Oh yes, most of them. They are sentiment show. They are not neutral. They are not independent. A police setup there. You take the closest to an action. You can't. No, they said we're general. Say police work. Yes, you are. But I reject. You Peter Cradden.
Best thing, no, because
logistics.
Cross proximity, no.
Logistics say police for emphasis crowd to Tamale.
Cross proximity,
yeah, I agree, but they should professional. The whole world over there. I say yeah. Who saw the bubble waiver baseball? Who stand here? From New York police for number guard. I mean, they really need to be professional. That's all.
I agree with Manucho. We should let Messi go. Lost you now. We are Barcelona because I feel the service can win. Not just all your men. I agree with messages na make an call us need we time what the question will be fair. You camera be free. See I was buy me say you camera free.
Na we there.
Oba be the front.
Me use you.
O sweaty.
Me sweaty. Me use you na ba.
O tie ko mo sweaty.
Me sweaty.
Early morning.
O free ne ba.
Early morning flame.
Me fear ba.
Jolaka o to ne boas no be. O free.
Where are you coming from?
O to ne boas bizarre. Jolaka you serious bia. Okay. I'll say I agree with Manucho. We should let Messi go. He has paid his dues and also need to try a new league. Messi will try new league or bebre. We say we'll go. Yeah, Chair Frances, you did this on your only Ken Fredericks. David Agbanyaga ton catch. Who say baby shower ben yentonka. Me mama glad is a cha. Good shepherd, me chow. When Mrs. Ofori and me papa Reverend Dr. Thomas Ofori, me chamu na and the area.
I didn't know who baby shower number so I didn't know ma.
You know my fella.
Miss out.
Exactly. Yeah, I'll make up. I know I've missed out a lot.
Kalusha,
but yesterday I should have been part of the team.
Kalusha, who's there? And run away.
Who say baby shower na baby shower?
It's baby shower they say do so.
Aden.
Because no man. Yeah, Italy. No man just
now Kasache Manucho another.
Kasache mo diko Kasache me. Now so catch me. The mic no not.
We are 7 viewers in just out.
The way the mic no net. Yeah, concern the action.
Headphone now Kasa beti ho. Manucho said that he's good at that.
Yeah.
The Kasa back clear.
Yeah.
Kasa no done when
me I've never missed a hole in my life. I've never missed one. I'm very good at that. Direct. Why do you think I play games of holes? The bug off brutal. Bug off.
Oh my God. Until I talk and call about or 2 amount for blood pressure.
Oh, me peg off for me champ. I'm looking at the play game with champ. Oh yes. And I say you put your coin. Now chroma better one no the woman in yet dana.
And then I baby a coded location me. My order.
The point is that till 1 a.m. no pebia womenya. Baya chair put the end there.
Oh. Then no a good cab yet you know.
Ghana it means your duty. Charlie be there 18 July. I mean,
and then who's a security for Dixon
coded location. Yeah, coded location. It's our hand can cry me. Tell us me crowd missed out. I'm even missing out. All we want is everybody to be there. 18th of July at the Indian Center.
Next time, no side with me.
Yeah, con concern. When you go concern better, I can say. Concern or the other can say. Who's on the sortie? Who's on the sortie?
Yeah, he's doing well.
Check. Oh, you can concern the agenda up in the case. But Indian Center, Charlie, be there for us, for you, for everyone, for the unborn child.
It's going to be massive.
Come and write a letter to the unborn child. One day,
three and
exactly. The number 3. Exactly.
Trinity, just like you said.
Exactly. Numerology, the 3 they are very strong.
3 and 7.
Yeah. 7 days. God rested. Now there are 7 days in a week. Me numerology.
When the message be bring, I know say. God, yes, God created there in 6 days, 7 days he rested. Into arresting in a Satan African leaders. Last week, no video bash.
Somebody wrote
it. Was I'm saying I may rested 7 days, no? And I said African leaders.
Because sometimes they marvel.
My message. Obi the bash is last week.
Video be part when Nigeria, ya drain, gata na or the matter no that.
I think it was Nana Kuntum Kunuku and Ameba. Yeah, I think I mentioned that in yeah, Obi na yeah, I think it was Nana Kuntum Kunuku na the Nana Kuntum Kunuku.
African leaders the Satan or bomb.
Okay, you move on.
Or more lying tank, and I mean appeal.
Yes, let's start off Manucho quickly because
yeah.
Ababawana, I'm saying no, they say they flash news. Yeah, Dr. Akufo-Addo na man jailed for rice stealing cooked rice. We've also looked at that. And Uber driver no no. Say no class getting, but the thing is yeah, police. Okay, you ma details like police if watch Nipakura okukum sa driver no.
Yes.
I met that Uber driver for money rituals.
Oh, Yacheno.
Oh, Yacheno. Yeah, police
I didn't know the run up.
Yeah, the main suspect in the murder of 33-year-old head teacher of Atonsu-based Roger Montessori Basic School has confessed that he was motivated by the quest to get rich. 30-year-old Rashid Ibrahim was arrested on Sunday after the decapitated body of late Israel Ejura Menu was discovered at Feyase news site. He confessed to police investigators that he acted on assurances of some people he consulted to bring a human head for money ritual. The public relations officer of the Ashanti Regional Police Command, ASP Godwin Ahianyo, speaking to the media, said, "Yesterday, after the incident, we had a tip-off that he was the one behind the killing of the gentleman. So we quickly apprehended him. Initially, he denied the incident. He denied it that he was the one behind it and pleaded the alibi. Is it?
It's a term. It's a law term. Alibi.
Alibi. Why should it be Allah?
Alibi. No, you
ASP Godwin Ahianyo continue that during the further interviews. But then I understand sometimes the writers they don't use correct punctuations. Any point. ASB Godwin Ahianyo continue that, and I quote: during further interviews and questioning, he broke down and actually confessed, adding that he perpetrated the crime alone. Because the guy was young and energetic.
Exactly. Was able to do
and now they are money unconscious or or chromophone and now you be now then a car no suit me and now caso fan ko
exactly you say be a ubancho we yanko it's a zealous one channel say alibi like the way there's possible that he was not alone. Defendant can say he was the one at the crime scene alone, but it looks like other people were there because nipa back will be to me hustle somebody this extent. If you want to say and I say it's really an interesting one. Not nipa tikrana akoko tikra ni teacher easy.
Now even a goat. I must say a brand here no they were no. Said the mechanic teacher in or sign part-time driver. Online
hailing part-time boyfriend too. When your time con girl.
Online hailing cabby. Into or no
online online hailing cabby. Into where friend I know about online.
Besides his teaching profession, according to ASP Ahianyo, the suspect hired the services of the deceased to cart some speakers in the vicinity into his Bolt car. Unknown to the deceased, Rashid pulled a machete he had concealed on the way and started attacking from behind. Quote, he hired the services of the driver and told him to lead him to a place where he could go and get his speakers. So when they got to the scene, he asked him to park the vehicle and worked with him so that he could go and get the speakers. Meanwhile, Rashid is in police custody and being prepared for court. Or park car no so yenko jame. Na me kofa speakers na say bia obeso ni movie Uber driver
until
the no so
slash him. I mean, which you must say a sharp knife.
Very sad.
But I say in the name of rituals, which is one too many. So the 9-year-old boy, and very teenagers trying to do it. Now also a grown man, you decide to just maim somebody in the.
There is a guy no.
Yeah.
If the full name is Israel Ejura, he was found.
The deceased.
Yeah, the deceased. Say, he left. Yeah, he was found decapitated at Feyasi a few hours after leaving his fiance's house to pick some people he claimed had booked him for a trip. The
girlfriend.
Fiancé.
Yeah. You see, that's the danger. The danger with this online picking people up near the end. It's at least room for say security no form because we are name no that no afro say drive to this point to come and pick me to this point near the end. We need to be careful. I mean, in all this, maybe technology has come to help us, but if it is not helping to, I need to be there should be very good ways because the criminal
says taxi even any online crowd money to say this you are for dropping no say I don't know a dangerous scenario. Sometimes taxi drivers need be perpetuity, and this time it's against the drivers. I don't know how we can curb it.
I mean,
I talk because one said American, so I found taxi for dropping
no crampo because pick your drop on the bar when put the online near the into your word and pay
an identity
that the last person will pick the person blah blah. Why we agree that it's all chips in Ghana. We are registered, we are no more say we foolishly do it until we say we lose that focus. When the chroma there you'll find open market to be able to any chip to use. By at the end the person created that system that crime was running. Every chip should at least 90% of the chip should have a traceable person too. Which where I agree with you that and online input and because there say company in the chest the last person or friend in here a man exactly to do it. But whichever way
the GPS
I track it and I said number no to be registering somebody's name into friend. When our friend and who are you and where did you drop the person at? Whichever way is not good. And I want the motive is becoming one too many. I watch a video no because sometimes you blame the people too, but maybe access to job near the Ankophone into the margin bonina dozen. People want to do anything to survive.
We've been talking about I don't want to equate this to
you don't want to agree
that getting rich overnight.
Yes.
You say you will need to be a there are people like that.
Overnight. I mean, because he wants to. I said they are in society but man was born out of expanding the argument because a young boy when you chance to go and be a military officer in UK no opportunity no because all Ghana not struggle. He had those thoughts. He wanted to join bad company because they don't have anything. No, be a chance on UK or on table phone because the Ghana does not speak English. Near the fana and all your care or advice. Maybe the answer sometimes straight to our leaders too. Those in the Pabonini say rich overnight for no honor. By law too is born out of the fact that I'm Robert at the end because sometimes they don't have what they are doing. They don't have basic jobs to do. Until the government should improve that. Ritual murder. Oh, say most crimes are based on.
I'm Roberts no here. You know, Senka armed robbery no as a result of unemployment and Kaubi be juma obe robo back no enyeska. When you scan kakra nan kwaide. No ejai no dia scanner juma. But even look at sir.
I'm robbing I say you get addicted to it.
Since make us say it's not because of unemployment in yes sir because me view ni say uni sika de bedidi uni ejuma ebi mutumi ko bokro no manya sika boom one time to say I manu papa ya omko chi no Eastern region last week yes so financier from March no high profile robberies now is being allowed say why ha why 2 or March or 2 or May and a June so year 2 and then ya chi no June 15 omo chi no June 15 dana June 15 no ko na abo no until there are some people minimum there se bia o kan bia o moye ba ko wie na yo mo da then they feel say it's a good venture.
Of course that's life there's sanity
addicted to and most recent time past this am Roberts no mo ba no they are almost calculate o mo no me say be most of no mo
o time me see hope unsu ama no.
Yes you can't be directed all the time, you have to learn how to do it yourself.
Your friend is saying we are this same so
Manu Jonah
that time still na if I'm Roberts no omo nko school omo wi ade no o fleet pa no omo ye no o calculate no we are sure say bebre animade so what omo calculate no
the school can na mo smart our chiefs here mo school here more they still more than first year school no mum na be endemic am robbers here they add the knowledge to their bad acts. So mom we are very dangerous and diabolic. I mean, in that regard. But in principle, I agree with you that it's not a panacea. Say you saw your bonnet because there is no job and I be could go arm robber be rich overnight. And only then yet I will not sit here now. It's because our police security in the system is porous. I think you're increasing your security when I'm happy with this one. No, say my joy is that you actually a channel. Why can't you cry? But Bill said that then the human rights fall through. Or be saying no the anchor, why would the person does he even deserve to live? I mean, who could will be chief for such a burdened man who's a headmaster trying to fend for himself? He has a girlfriend too. Then you decide to just take his life for your own selfish way interest. Okay. I wish we were in that.
You move on Ejura issues.
Yeah.
Kakra member. Abaya seti Nanado aseti 3-member committee, 3 ministerial committee, right?
Yes.
Inti ene no mushia we 3-member ministerial committee commissioned to conduct a public inquiry into the shooting incident at Ejura. Inti ena omu first hearing. Na no na my friend is saying Ashanti regional minister.
Wait, before you scroll away, Democratic headquarters urge...
Na okase omunya ehu dio soja fo a omoye den omu tutu no. And then he also justified the deployment of military to their place. Nti I don't know. Ashanti regional minister justifies deployment of military personnel in Ejura. Now, the Ashanti Regional Minister Simon Osei-Mensah says intelligence received by the Ashanti Regional Security Council (RECSEC) forced him to deploy the military police personnel to the town. He said the intel he had pointed to threats by the youth of Ejura to burn state and private properties after the burial of social activist Mohammed Ibrahim, also known as Kaka. The minister told a 3-member committee tasked to investigate circumstances leading to the shooting of death of 2 protesting youth at Ejura last week that the law establishing the Security Council grants him such powers. The committee, chaired by Appeals Court Judge Justice George Kingsley Kumsin, will receive evidence from witnesses to ascertain the cause of the violence and make recommendations to the president. Simon Osei-Mensah, who was the first witness, told the committee the deployment was to maintain law and order, and I quote, "I received intelligence that the youth plan to destroy the Ejura police station and a house belonging to 2 suspects arrested in connection with the death of Kaka. So based on this information, I ordered the police and military to go to the town and maintain law and order. And I did so as a chairman of the Regional Security Council because the law grants me that power." End of quote. Mr. Osei-Mensah also said the security agencies were pelted with stones and other missiles, forcing them to respond to the protesters, some of whom sustained serious injuries. He is, however, unable to tell who fired the shot. The initial plan was to go there and ensure maintenance of law and order, but whilst returning from the cemetery after the burial of Kaka, the youth started attacking the police water cannon vehicle, and I have a video to back this. Indeed, the professionalism of the police water cannon vehicle driver prevented what could have been a run over the protestants sick. At this stage, the military stepped in and the firing started, but I'm unable to tell who fired the shots. End of quote. So this is the first witness.
Yeah, it's
so more or less justifying.
Yeah, it's an interesting one, and because there's a committee, we will not try to preempt or prejudge. I mean, we are privy to hearing some of the things that will go on in there, but at least you better fit a framework because once it's in the public domain, it's in the court of public opinion for people to really have their own way with it. And some of the reasons he's ascribing, I mean, they are really revealing. I mean, I'm choosing my words very well, but to the extent that you picked up intel that they were going to ban security way into what call honor. So you have to deploy police and the soldiers, they were not there to prevent, they went there to fight them boot for boot. with AK-47s and stuff. Who does that? I mean, a whole regional commander. Yebo Enrico Chabasono. I didn't even know him. That's why I'm meeting in Simon or Semensa. He's adding his name to one of the known. The assistant regional ministers. But some will be known as for the good reasons, some will be known for the wrong reasons too. That's Yeka crime combating and as you say with demonstration there, prevention there. I don't think that the military, you see, military, they are trained to shoot and kill. Maybe people tell me that military in Bambe says that is not their job. Once you get military to the action, then you expect them to use exert minimal force to a lot of force. So for him to take a knee bow and shoot, that means he knew he was under instruction that, you know what, go and kill and maim. And he did just that. Then like a 16-year-old boy, are you trying to nine? I mean, for what reason? Up till now, no, your intel has not been able to pick up guns and machetes in there. Say, you know, fool and cannot watch exhibits. Said these were the things they were holding to go and do those things. Oh, it will help the conversation, but for you to start justifying why as a regional way.
Ejura hineno.
Yeah.
Okasai by formal committee we na mobeye now he was making a passionate appeal saying kabaya security for an internal criminal kakra yenti Ejura hine kakra.
Tuma demfo apie kuro yi mu a awudi sem awura wo mu yi. Na me feel say justice we pia e di hu so be ma sa nkrofo na adwumboni abom kroma abom to on beso mu say ye kuro ma ye nti e dey say dey to aban nim say ye pay military detachment to kuro yi mu na for police no so a mo boy ho ba no so aban ni mu ma ye na ye security agencies ni bi bre wo kuro ma say na enkwala na enyini ba no wo ma mefa wo ma adwumboni ni tumode aye wo ma wo nam kuro ma e say kuro no wo ma be fa say asu ni bi.
Enti utim se ohina no ye concern say etutrafo ne nipa boni fo krom ho and the youth are sometimes a little way
vociferous
and omo and you just being vociferous say etutrasem ayi omo de enti he's appealing to the president and leaders say omo mesisi say police post to cry na police stations ndoso krom ho. Now, security also more expanded the security presence. Ejura.
Yeah.
Ejura.
I'm told it's a flashpoint. We're buying in and yet to say, I mean, even elections, you know, one place, there are always a bit of violence.
Yeah.
They don't, well, it's close way. I mean, sometimes I nearly bled it out. But the point is that violence goes on in some of these areas. A flashpoint.
Yeah.
Over the moment, and NDC has been winning that seat. But
and now they've been saying, because you're Islam,
exactly where I wanted to go.
No. That is why Chief Imam.
Yes, I agree
that's why
you.
Chief Imam, any president, vice president.
Yes.
Caution. Omuni youth in the said they should calm down.
Yes.
Because now Chief Imam, I was reading an article from Chief Imam PR no say, and it is not worth mentioning. He said there be a to trust MCA. Yes, it's zongo youth. Chomun desist from that because yes, Islam China their name will always be associated with negative news, any violence, any other.
Just that sometimes you put the cart before the horse. You see, when the thing happened, it would have been good to involve the religious leaders quickly, but to deploy police first, soldiers first to go and shoot near the baby play religious card. No, sometimes I have a problem with it. It's a very painful one. The Nipane way you enough in your but just after the death, Nana, you guys okay. This was died by predominantly a Muslim community. Tiama Chief Imam near Diano, Sheikhs near Diano, called no youth in Kokasa. I think it would have brought some calm or easiness around there because after police, soldier they go back and we have to take religious leaders. We have to take the chief imam to move from Accra to Ejura to go and calm nerves. Now together with the vice president in that regard. I think that it shouldn't repeat itself. You should find a way to involve the religious leaders. Ghana is a very religious place. At least not even the big men. To move a chief imam means that it's in high. They regard it in high proportions. But anka sheikhs ni imams ni ade ni nyan nyama we ba na asofo ni ade nyina because it helps calm a lot of nerves because they believe in their leaders and they believe they are going to Jannah. But way with the obekwa even there, but at least they need that restoration from some of their leaders in that regard. So I think Chief Nuswaka said fine. He knows that there's still some tension brewing there. People are not uneasinesses around the place until he needs some of these things. I'll be particularly happy. He's working in the direction of police. We should let our police. There are units who are responsible for this. That's why I read the FPU almost police department almost crowd control, violence control near the and you see more because they are trained in that direction. The whole idea of the military there, unless military want to tell me they have that one too. But what I saw on my screens, military AK-47 down the council go to there. I see very highly unprofessional. Highly unprofessional. So in that regard, I think the 3-member committee, they need to do their job in the spirit and the latter. Some of us are a bit worried because you know what happened in the past. The committee beautifully said they write beautiful reports, then white paper they say BBR. But this time around, let's go deeper. You see, it's even where I have an issue is that you remember Tiwa say, oh, then people be like, then why do you need a committee? Maybe into the shootings in here. Yeah. But at least all of them will be brought to bear in this regard. The first witness is even making it murky. You get there and you tell me you want to say that. Actually, I always tell you that I've dated a military officer before. They will tell you that Ghana ya the man no round sininyano. It's a professional institution because si anya side opo then somebody can give obetu akwaje rounds. Not that I'm robber, not the kwedi boniye. But military high command obetu trace na one choice where ya the man this unit into way not two and I say these people were able to do it, but they want to barely protect that guy who misbehaved. Some of the policemen, soldiers who misbehaved, because they need to answer some of these things. Okay, they need to tell us why you had to do that. So maybe we will wait, just like you said, we don't have to pray. We will wait for maybe say the police command any military. We are master committee there. Yeah, we wait, but some of us, we are only throwing in this caution because you know what has happened in the past. How committees were formed and what eventually happened. Not to say this one should happen in that regard. Maybe this is a peculiar situation, but whichever way, the military high command near there, and I say this committee, I have so much faith in them. They should prove me wrong. In that regard, Kalusha, Fagakraka on other issues. We have Captain Smart, the NDC protest.
Media committee in the media, bogus.
Oh,
why? Yeah, because many times, a Jemafa committee, GFE, the white people money by Kusiaga.
Bedegbe commission. Bedegbe, dear, sir.
I'm a fair stadium. No,
Bedegbe at the end. I'm a short. I'm a short. Bedegbe, dear, say, Juma.
I'm a short. You're going to be quite. I'm a short, yeah.
I'm a short. I was.
I'm from Kusiaga. I don't know the day. No, now a bear quite elephant paper. Now, better talk keke. Now, Ghana cry. They men committee on my form here. Almost me observations. You know, recommendations in India and a year on the baby. Almost may use the Ayajma. Almost fine. And the best thing is, right now, what is going on? Say, our leaders should know, say, our population are now increasing. No, me channel. That police forces, I know my so they expanded the military and the police forces, or they have to do it. What I'm saying, because first every year, we are finding probably 20 number force in one. Right now we are about 25 million, getting to 30 million. And to share as a proportional, and yeah, just have to make some amendments. So that's my say, maybe I reward here, but at least any this proportion of policemen, one policeman is to maybe 4 Ghana and maybe Ndua. They have to do some more expand there. They know. Oh, next no more funny party bingum. When they do that, it's going to go a long way to help us. Another Kasayi, because a gramophone, I'm saying the trust them those kind. So, Omomun Stradi, Muna's time, no side to trust them a bebano. They don't mark
no one can gramophone.
No, say, or sit, memorandum say be or what.
To trust them.
To trust them most of the time, is it connected to the doorsteps of a gramophone and a year one more. Meboa. But yes, I want to come as Menyasanka, Chief Imam, and Vice President Gamonko, and they can't trust them.
Said the Uy and Ankasano. The Uy and the Cremoni. Tell the Cremo for you to know will be on rampage. Most of
the time, we work here, Jurahono. You trust him to be bear Kobano. Most of it, sir. Muslims and I'm mentioning you tag them so many Muslims. Maybe I saw a call here to the Sukeke. But just any papa name, my man, and Cremophone, if you saw your Cremoni, neither to trust them now, but she said, Omo, from now as the Nana Eddie suggestion by and say, that police post near that, then say, Omoko from few meters, no more say, please, one of my channel, baby on the back from. But moreover, and I say a police force that's my account. Right now, a police force, I'm respecting a co-form. It will be friends IGP upon Buenu say more than maybe be a bit redeem the image of the policeman. Say policeman be baby so baby bia or become tension down. I'm for be respect it. Say there's a
trust in the police force.
Trust in the police force.
Okay, so let's just give them the benefit of the doubt and hope we say. I mean, you people have given me instances where presidential committee commissions. I hear Ejura report about let's hope that this time maybe something better can come out.
I said that's what we give them the benefit of the doubt. Now he said this time around the committee almost said I know I'm going some the banner. You know the banner. They follow to the latter. Only on the side here. Rebecca said right now the committee next time you better try. You better more say committee with you.
Yeah, and recommendations are buying to implement. Okay. Couple of messages. Paul Disoso and Paul saying anything. Master, this committee is just to cover up. Paul is also NDC Secretary of Massachusetts. So, Master, this committee is just to cover up. Mark my words. We will end up not knowing which soldier took that unacceptable shooting. The regional minister must be sacked and held responsible for this unfortunate action at Ejura. The unofficial guest is now joining. Hope Manuchu has not been throwing dust into people's eye. Opo, I agree with Kalusha. Enko bebia, Mamia Ba Nkuma from Pantan Government Hospital, and idea also a buy. Timamia Basi or no yajene. And then I think Paul Disoso so can't the same. Say, Massa. No, I say I agree with Kalusha.
No, but say for the first time they both agree to
say. Yeah, they both agree. Yeah. Paul say a cover up. Mark my words. And Mamia was specific. I say I agree with Kalusha.
Yes.
Paul message no what that.
Yeah.
But I say Opo, I agree with Kalusha.
Yeah, but they are in the same soup. For the first time I'm seeing them. Paul has we're penchant to believe that only Mamia ya doing bibia, but Mamia on the other side.
Mamia was raised. Okay, and that is the committee. Let's hope and pray, sir. Justice will be served. So the people of Ejura and the youth, any ebeji now makuma tomo yem, and then the unrest can stop. Let's move on to our next topic quickly.
Small one. Simon also Simon.
Uncle Bonnie Simon or one person now. Ghana cry or honey Simon. But I was Americanized kind of Simon. Uncle Bonnie Simon. You're no bear. Yeah.
Penny phone say issues to be bad. And conform more detail or information. They should try to set up a bit and send him once and Bibi or what me at the sound of phone. The deployment of soldier phone.
Yeah, I don't know, Mike. It
was very fast in dealing with it because as I can fire as a no meeting. Yes, I no meeting. I don't know meeting on Mazayina.
Manu Joy has added me that say Udi Bibi to say chips. Yes. And my name's now be that I need the organic Otwa. Now the
exactly.
Me yes was a Kalusha no get me.
Yes, exactly.
They were not to me.
No, the mic in here catching the voice.
Mike when you appointed.
You need last
year. Say but they are chief in China. Your voice is not so.
You need dimension. I say Mike Bonham they chinning about direct. You see, you have to hit the point, the inside for the sweetness.
Pointed.
Yeah. 1 bone 50 now 1 10.
I saw more no, learn how to use your mouth.
Very well. Learn how to use your mouth very well. Your bank over bad pa. You can't handle it. You see, you don't use all your hands, just your 2 hands. Now this one. You don't know mind say.
Medum no mic. No. Kalusha ko. We man free or the dumb best also. Now than freedom.
I saw you say. Oh, only your 2 hands should hold it. Then you
what I was saying, go for your mama, detailed information about what is going on. I say, your penny so I saw Mutiti Mukakra. So your phone mama coin. That's my say now.
But the name one cry. Namuna, I think you people fail to comment on. The minister saying, say, Omunim your 2 It is a little shocking. That is the headline I saw.
No, that one they are trying to protect the
I'm not saying they are not. That is the rationale.
Rounds in the soldiers they know. It's a discipline.
Why was the minister go before the committee and tell the whole committee because we are regional minister. When our commander in chief, our Ashanti region, right? Because the president gives you the power, just like he said, the law permitting.
He's the chairman of the RESA, regional security coordinator.
Until before you go before the committee, the armed, maybe the military people that went had a commander. The commander had sub-commanders.
Yes.
People who give instructions. People were there. Until how can you come and tell the committee? Say we name your truth. You know that means he said. I said more cover up, just like Paul is saying. More try to protect and cover the police officer, the army officer who shot into the crowd and killed innocent people. See, Obi ba ya want to say the more ministers and name for more ba. Obi ba what didn't fear doing sia. Ya trying 9 attraction. Ya amputate and 2 people are dead.
Omo so munim na no mo twankoto mo to dance you are throwing dance into our eyes. They say that has money to say, you know, police force so man say bia ko guide the bank bia.
You see the problem we have in Ghana say your military say the number can your police na ya politicizing because so we minister now deploy. You see enka Simon or say mensa ni hu ni asem what he did was right manu what the mention as because Osha videos now for almost say let's not in as much as say sad say we lost some lives. They destroyed properties. And chancing that be almost say no women police for deals say we saw missiles and said water bottles in being thrown. But when you are there na life threatening e be kum soldier for e be kum police for because mo protesters angry protesters and him into there issues of the resistance at the back, but any threatening defined routine to anything can happen. Into Simon or Simon Sano, as I say, we are straightforward. Say what the action you took was right. Properties were being destroyed, state properties for that matter, any individual properties. Because I was saying, go from you, na ya chomono. Nan can go from some could change a cry a day. At fimu. They needed to because wrong, you wrong on correct wrong. But for you to go before a whole committee appointed by the president, let's say the two no dear minim now as RECSEC what you a questionable because you sent army. The army had a commander, they had other supervisors, and they might have given instructions, and they know who shot. Into
debriefing.
Into Kokase, when him the two na committee no class first day sitting no more saying to begin with. Not just as a most because they see and then they see that is here now Chinabay and then Tuesday, right? Now Chinabay. The army might have had briefings, meetings to identify. They are just, if they tell us they don't know who shot, then they are telling us they are covering up. And the committee, you know, almost first sitting in the first place, no crown. And for so I'm telling you,
I'm sure the military commander too will come. Commander
will come. Benton America says Senka. Yes. The RECSEC boss, a briefing from the army commander.
Exactly. We also don't know. Say Biswa, the deployment of the military men. When they go and something happen, maybe I did not have to review or more.
What are you talking about? Now they see a hide identity.
Committee,
you've got to justify.
Say they did this and I gave the command.
You have to justify because going before the committee and telling say when a two no interest any they have to also tell their story, the threats they were facing, why they had to shoot into the crowds. We gave them series of warnings. You can't now feel almost biased and we felt threatened. You
they all share the video now and I say
but what the can say you need your two now
say when under threat you don't take a knee when you're under threat. What I say, and there's one under threat now. Just have to be and go back and shoot.
Yeah,
but when you take a knee in the dia,
your friend Desperado. It's Anakwan. Or to try to take knee, but no,
they'll shoot you and not take knee.
Yeah, a video.
So if there's a video, the guy took a knee to shoot. Why are they telling us they can't even identify the person? That is not right. You move on, or they move on. Your time, Ninti. When your first day sitting, just like you said, Yama the benefit of the doubt. When the committee's job is done, na ye hu de sisi hu ya ante de sese tia then we have the cause to comment.
There's a state attorney there, there's a lawyer, there's a
Supreme Court judge,
High Court judge,
a High Court judge and a Supreme Court judge.
He's a High Court judge. At least they will say we back out there, but they will better to one.
Yeah, okay.
They'll be questioning. They will.
Until you move on, now share NDC demonstration, and that'll be the last topic. Sorry, so but before that, Captain Smart, Captain Smart has been on Anado for the past week. I don't know, say no kahuna fi or hitting Anado hado. So I say the Muslim minya is this the Ghana that was handed to you? Captain Smart quizzes President Akufo-Addo. Captain Smart is unhappy about the security situation in the country. He says the governing party has become intolerant. His comment comes on the back of a Ejura shooting incident. Now, Okasano. Captain Smart on his show questioned President Akufo-Addo if he inherited a country with a reputation of making attempts to ensure that persons whose utterances don't correspond to that of the government are dealt with. Nanado, and I quote him, Nanado, let me tell you, this is not the NPP that was handed to you. If no one will tell you, I will do it. Was I can only write the answer guy. Say Kofikum Sendiano. Asema Kofikum Senkan, no Yamana Bemobian Kanchra, me make catchro. Or say enye NPP and Nanado inherit free omampeni Kofohunye. MPP nye violent, MPP nye intolerant. Kofone did the people's assembly. Okay,
exactly.
The first president or DB Bagana. Yeah. At some fufro to 2 man so still. Omoye no okanse omoye dey. So munjaino. Enti Captain Smart is in another way. Enye Kofo MPP no jama onini. Kofo na di people's assembly bar say Ghana ye dia. Enti quarterly.
Yeah, exactly.
Unso omoye ya the bad district assembly level.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, on the bad district assembly level.
Maybe
no all ye national. No amani DCs, no regional ministers so omoye.
Yeah.
Enti ena Captain Smart gina so ade ba say Nanado enye MPP inimnini MPP there what's the first no to be honest nanka say NDC na a violent party Ghana nyina sana because now mo na wa abaima from PNDC to NDC and sana Akufo bedi 8 years and Akufo 8 years not taught us a lot about democracy and yes a bias I mean it's a fact for everybody to see Akufo decided the People's Assembly by or get it obia involved in our democracy until unse no be ma MPP nya higher reputation you call it goodwill so because now MPP near binder and you be him the omode beba but when Kufo had that 8 years and what he did and the peja and MPP then e course ema MPP be nya sa reputation say omo ye tolerant and now omo san yi criminal libel law free or sense and for betumi a criticize ya ban no any ade unze Rollins time na ho eno e ma data Wellington e ko so ani free TV ni ade criticize ya unwe show no kra na so ja for the police for be ma so bakofo through Nanado e repeal ade ni nyina free ho so people gave applauded to so, MPP farmer democracy but all of a sudden it has changed and now Captain Smart say and Yakufo MPP or the morning.
Yes, I think it's emphatic. We will read the way now. Virtually, most of the problems here, most of the things that they have to do with security. Says the security in the country is becoming a pale shadow of its own.
Also, view and correspond to the MPP for the omo person tier. Then you become their enemy. They target you and
they find a way to, abuse you physically, emotionally, verbally. If you're deciding to be part of this face the country, Abronye sat on a network to really denigrate the woman to the and stuff like that, which shouldn't be the case. We know this. No, Captain Smart has been a victim. Indirectly, people feeling that.
Yeah, now sometimes Ghana for na sebi. Yeah, na your way of thinking, and you really fear there. Because so bit is Abronye. Ubiti sa bronye etimi kotena TV wuntumi TV ene wuntumi radio so no didi e fear odo atem say fear odo join fix the country areho this same abronye sat on wuntumi TV mami audio no be an TV say Nanado one omo ye fix the country ne ya adwen na Nanado nya power wie no wate ada
to be interesting.
It was May Day.
Yeah.
May Day.
Said sorry.
May Day. And abronye. Oh, intina make us sometimes one more ye politics no Ghana no. Say Ghana for na ye refi ade ntemo sanka yankipu record of things we say sanka say onanka we Kwame abronye say what is that Kwame abronye mbo.
Emsa.
Kwame. Anko kan asase we na media na boni tape a kire ni say na refi say na aye den. O kan say you said you agree. Manu chodi kasa. Yes. I'm getting the tape ready.
Yes, I think that security is of major concern to people now. It looks like we're getting a bit of autocratic role when the government in the you see, and the mayor say it's entering realms of people being killed. People warning for the first people, they don't want no idea. But you see, maybe a buy now white TWS own. I vehemently disagree. That buy now and then the mojina, the mama. I mean, then it's even throws some of this thing under the bars. At least the guy was fighting for a cause, and people were not too happy with him. And they were giving him some warnings.
Quick, on
you couldn't style no under your government. And yes, say, yeah, we are a gentleman, dodo. And let's say dressing what for fine. We are a gentleman, dodo. Let's say made the one dressing. Are they? One dressing. Old man guy. I said we baby no and let's say maybe they want to go back to your 1995 Kumipreku days, you know. What's on Crawford, and a man for her. Because so biaso, wait, I didn't care Ghana for Bono. I'm saying Yana Nadu, we know, and in here, I am telling you the fact. I want to see heat now. Oh, person the ban. We need 2 minutes. One relaxing, and it is true. We know we are doing. We know we are doing. We need 2 minutes. One relaxing. We need Ghana for the yard doing. One more casa. I support them. Come Prekundes, you know. Nanado Babia who said the man is coming. On nam tuamu nam tear gas, you know, no namu. Ada dia na asesa I'll be better from no asu no dey wakotua chaw ama binu na ma ba be pacho panomo you withdraw the person immediately because wa fairly what dey kwaba bia ebegu anim ase wasem ne ebeka okroma da bia na some person dey anim nyam kofie dia. Don't allow yourself with certain people. There are certain people, it's about time you ignore them and move ahead. This is the time you want to ignore certain people and move ahead. You know, seriously, so azano man for wachi akwa.
Okay, Kwame Abronye, manager sauti.
Oh yeah.
See only omwa.
Yeah, Jenny pass.
You see, you say you agree with those who are saying say Nanado na power.
I relax it too much.
I relax it. Onye adwuma no. Anya Nanado enim ne nie. Omo mo kasa nyina no mo ya adwene. Go back to your Kumipreku days. The days I be for wisie mo aba wo buy who say Nanado na eba no. Ukoya to the point of even attacking his dressing.
Exactly.
And then made the wafa hold the whole coin.
Exactly.
You talk to a president like this, and then somebody says, "Nananya Manko, fix the country." You the same person, go and sit on TV and denigrate that person.
Yeah.
Who are you? Define yourself.
It's called goodwill. I mean, at the end of the day, he will still have people.
When you goodwill, where I say Ghana for young Kaya because there are some people so be able criticizing fix the country for no issue. Who are bronye unqualified.
You see, I still call it because at the end of the day. It's glaring that these are people, these are Jekyll and Hyde people, but so they are still talking because Obia and I say onimpo we yineni say we because it's so painful, like just like you're saying, and can be a fear don't know why, how does it come in on national position biada on your taxes on the only position no say I think that I want to join a movement to fix the country on not one then you even brought in the American passport blah blah blah. Yeah, chairman. Yeah, MPP chairman.
Bono, what is a wuntumi wo Ashanti region. Bono region on a chairman.
Yeah.
Ba wo catch your president he say na May Day. Wafa hodoto.
Yeah. We are gentle do.
Ni nyina Oluman na May Day wafa hododo. O kwen.
but they are enjoying. I mean, some of the things, whatever they
sometimes they are very sad. And meaning say, yeah, not even we can we say we are. Then while was in the latter part of the audio, he's acknowledging saying Akufo-Addo Akufo-Addo abai no mugu na no mase on be jam hoto from munimuni omwa no asan dia chomo on the Akufo-Addo on pam. So you are even accepting and admitting to the fact to say yeah, the woman see baby Ejura Ejuma so because I fix the country, there are some things and jobs to be done which is not being done, and people are calling for it to be done.
Yeah.
I don't know, but anyway.
Why will this be so big?
Back to state. Onza utie nekasa na okana. It resonates with Captain Smart as one okasa and another inim no. Yeah. And you say, but anyway, back to the
but that's what another year can, because we take away there now. Captain Smart then he started from what happened at Ayawaso and the happenings, and after how the president dealt with it, then brought forward to two election man. I mean, a lot of insecurity issues also in the country. The president seems not to hear about it, and it's getting worrying. I don't go control it.
Breaking news: PSG are confirming Hakimi signing for 70 million euro.
Money.
Is it
Yeah. What share from the fact that a lot of happenings in terms of security issues, na police, soldier for there, some ritual murders there. The president has not really issued any word on it, and I think that is where Captain Smarty Fiba say, I remember very well time our president, ex-president Koka said, "Ko endorse Achim Sakawa boys." He was so furious at it. Had to call the clergy and well-meaning Ghanaians to tell them that he's not happy. But they do security na nipe wuni ade na takrade girls na ade nya and the way all handle no. I think that is where Captain Smart is coming from, which I agree with him too. That when it comes to security, our president seems to be turning a
voice. Only omo voice. Enye commoner. No,
they will victimize you. They will push you.
Intolerance.
Yeah. You see, against the backdrop, so it's not say because I'll use the Anas principle to be catching thieves near there. The Anas himself now has been rendered powerless of a sort because one of his own men decided to take him on and bring him to disrepute. You know what happened to Manasseh Azuri, and so there were a lot of denials and counter denials. But the point is that he did not have it easy for making some of this reportage in there. I agree in principle that some of the issues, security issues, we need our president to be up and doing. It looks like one area. You see, fix the country, where I agree with others to say, yen in bits and pieces. Once what can fix the country now, it's multifaceted. Into a manner kind of, but issues with security, a group should be fighting security. That this is what we should look at. The police now, Emmanuel say, 26-year-old budding young boy. Because his only crime was that he's chosen a profession that he needs to sit in front of a truck in the name of a bullion truck to send money to one point to the other. He died mysteriously. He died without a lot of warranty, and even she ran up to how it is being handled. Not to talk about Meswali, not to talk about. See, I agree in principle that security breakdown in the country is getting very, very bad.
Now, Paul, they don't disagree with them. Yeah, Opo, I disagree with you that Opo, I totally disagree with you on your submission that it was during Kufuor's time that freedom of speech was introduced to Ghana. For records, during the Rawlings era under democracy, people had their free talk and no one went out. Oh no, Obwa, I can challenge you to the call. Obwa, Rawlings or that will into GTV near Kwachino. Live television, so Rawlings time out from PNDC to NDC. Paul, I know the man farmer. We were on Ghana. I know there. Then Akufo-Addo, the very police criminal law. Or data Wellington light television. And no crown. Na Merefi MP Accra MP Bako. No, yeah, dear the constituent. No, Mukaso Mumpeni Beam. So Rawlings was campaigning for the second term, and no catch MP ni say. Omunkotojo platform, so they had mounted a big platform Mission Life to empower the constituents natural. That was a Sunday. So on Monday, and no data Wellington by a breakfast show on GTV. And no data Wellington say President Rawlings has done something so special, so good by telling the MP to kneel and apologize to any constituent. But if the president knows how to apologize, he should also go on his knees and apologize to the orphans he has created in the system. This is what he said.
Exactly.
He didn't finish the show. So therefore, by channel TV, so you can't say Rawlings na Rawlings a democracy obedi or the kabima by. Ghana for Crown will be a through because transition from PNDC to NDC. Any day now, Massa. That I'm telling you, in Capacho. There's a bit on the book on a question. Yeah, no, Massa. Yeah, no. He was one of the finest journalists in Ghana. Oh, a very fine gentleman. Rollins called Chinwo live television GTV. And Paul, I know the Jack and I know the old pa. And no credit, who can back up. They will be I know I Ghana democracy party for 8 years. Nakabi dear. Abba, it was fantastic. I know the no credit. Only the people's assembly near didn't buy. I know the old can no credit that one no can. What I say? And I will say, who compares here, who kasa, who be some second Maminka Bianda, Mahama, Anthony Akufo-Addo. I'll tell you point blank, Mahama was better than Akufo-Addo. It's therefore to see. But say democracy, power, free speech in it, who Kasan Santonia, who told Bianya. Now Dr. Sampa, a Fofrodia, okay. Yeah, so now Carol is an etiswa. Carol is an etiswa. Dr. Sam, I Fofro. Carol is an etiswa, Nako people assembly, Dokache Kufunanga. I know. Our victims. You put something on social media now. We're down for your power. Some Italy, Yarden feels uncle for winning more. I mean, you are in that era again. You have to be mindful what you write because people will victimize you, and you might lose everything. Kaluja, you this demonstration. Okay.
Akufo-Addo me nanka ono na nam so na is a
criminal libel
you repeal eti no nim the genesis of everything una me che no and nka no buy so nka you should have applied it but we as if say Akufo-Addo that we knew as people some people know no me nim is conform more to no fo because afutu omode man no enkoyi and then say I first aboye ya obo mami na oni efe odo dia na say o say ya politicians no
na me ka say I don't now we crank say nka ukotena radio ukotena TV suni radio su kra wo abronya no kra you are not even justified intina pathos ethos logos morally kra no by nka ukra adena afi odo kan kra wo are chairman of MPP obuno no what can West
no there be na mom ho kwan
so what can president dressing na
metumi aka do mo pe webs so now obi so Ghana ni ba ono so say
Ghana na they are trying to tell us ebimu dia
yeah certain make challenge say
those who have made those comments before say GMI
I did and the make say Sam George you need to come and national kind say the political party first before the nation they be remember try make us assembly because so you a parliamentarian now ko try na o ko make this all trans say your political party I don't know you know say politicians no omo say omo na mane omo dia no man anka say mu na omo ye di tumi na ma omo say omo hwe so no opo ye hu ni fa so because omo party no hu hia mo chei o man na ye say omo mbu no what I say I'm a parliamentarian so I confirm say no the political party first before the country now I say o man na ye dia mom so mumbo no kra no man hu hia omo I say so mo abotom and omo selfish interest
Mama share this demonstration ebi mu say na mo this mu wadi o man so kra chen bia na ye po bia na demonstrate na ye mo but say they want justice and security situation in the country so nya omo de omo petition come on company we have a full text here but minim say time intimate me akan ni na and I'll read the full text but before that
how many pages
Scott Sanford the message be about mankind related to what we just did also Opo they know exactly who shot the kid. Now, Kasa about Ejura. They know exactly who shot the kid, but this is the military. They don't snitch. Ask what the U.S. military do outside their confines. No question asked. Secondly, you can't do anything to the soldier because he was in a hostile environment that was threatening. When you don't respect the military, you are at your own risk. No, I do agree with you to some point. The Oka say abontin ya abontin, but internal is different because military are not trained to shoot their to kill
because I disagree with him and they one from the committee then they say
abontin
if it was unprofessional it would be established
abontin so if you are fighting against the external factors
exactly
but so not internal is totally different.
You are killing your own people.
No please for remember soldier for no what they do they say o met me enya nipa ko no mo nim nipa ko me but they won't say it.
Why?
that is the norms.
No, I disagree. That's why they say committee.
Let's wait and see. Out. Quickly, motion this is the mono.
I think that initially I was one of the proponents that what are they fighting for? Because the Ghana's problem has been continued.
Now, you see, if you shoot one, we'll shoot you too.
Yes.
And then at the end, I think that
it was peaceful.
It was peaceful.
I saw some of the live. I didn't call live until I had a chance to watch some of the live feed.
No casualty.
Yeah, but
almost placards.
Police and military presence.
President bathing with our money in the air.
Yeah.
BC
justice for Kaka.
Justice for Kaka. BC justice for Nkofono abatu no.
Yeah, 9 the teachman there.
Yeah, and a whole lot. Yeah.
I mean, life at Ejura.
Yeah, Kaka.
Yes, yeah, exactly. But some of the placards that I had a chance to read near there, I think so far. But they were fighting for one thing. I think they were smart enough to stay on one grounds, that is the injustice in the country, in motion, security inconsistencies. And then
they also talk about MPs now. Yeah.
Exactly, all to do with insecurities. It's good they decide not to go on the economy near there, because some of us sometimes want us to be open up the debate beyond political lines, because it has been Ghana's problem. Where I agree that Krobia were two major parties. Third Force the day, I was trying to read about Third Force being a believer. And my report, America, where they are Democrats in way. So you only try to strengthen one to get the necessary way to go and do it. That is why we as Ghanaians, maybe I won't quiet, but some more, it's good. It's for the beauty of democracy. And there cannot be any group bigger than NDC after MPP in that regard of discussion, that they are in power because they won it, and they won it handsomely. But the next in line has to be the biggest opposition party. So they decided to really go on that tangent. And the thing that they are fighting for, I think it's everybody's concern, that the insecurity situation in Ghana is getting out of hand. We need some way of circumspection. I see a show Abano should start talking, especially the president, because there have been some few tweets
about petition and lay some points.
Yes.
After writing everything, they encourage the president to do one, immediately implement recommendations of the ML Short Commission of the inquiry report forthwith. In particular, pay compensation to all victims and direct Attorney General to prosecute all culprits. 2. Beyond investigating all acts of violence perpetrated by officers of the security agencies under your watch, ensure that all victims get justices as required by law. Victims of acts of violence from Ejura, Ablikuma, Central, Odododio, Banda, etc. might all not be denied justice. 3. Make provisions towards providing decent jobs. Into say Omo economy, Omo buy. Make provision towards providing decent jobs for teeming youth for country. For country through. We'll go through the detail.
Let's go and just do assessment.
They did talk about economy. They said they asked the president to make provisions towards providing decent jobs for teeming youth of the country through proper structural economic reforms and business support for enterprises of young people. Ensure the safety and security of all Ghanaians. Stamp out corruption by prosecuting. Until they talk about economic improvement, and they did talk about corruption too. So not only the security,
because they've even called it March for Justice. So my interest was there more. But in principle, they are need to say provide job for the teeming youth. I think you be an imbecile to say that. Hey, why should they say that? But the issue would be that if you had opportunity, I don't think you so much.
Said that's
but the reality is that very, very important.
Almost say this thing should come from fix the country.
Yes.
Any economic freedom fighters.
Economic Fighters League.
Yeah.
Any interparty against new voters register. Join IPRAN.
Yeah.
There was some new group.
But we'll take point by point tomorrow.
But they need to be careful. All of a sudden, I think they are breaking their front, because to face the country in the bar, would they expect NDC to join them too? And now they can raise the numbers for NDC. It's an interesting one, but let's see. I'm only hoping it works well.
Written for and on behalf of the youth of Ghana, under my hand, George Opariado. George Opariado, a lawyer.
It's a lawyer. It's a lawyer.
Yes. Yeah. National Youth Organization. Virtual call us just 30 seconds.
What I want to put across is now we're litmus test for Nanadu in regards to demonstration. And I has passed with the flying colors.
It's not the perception, not my perception in there. But then there were other issues. Yes, I didn't know NDC forecast on by demonstration there. That is the most unfair thing to have ever happened.
It's really
I didn't know NDC for. Is it because your political party is slow?
Yes.
Say rampage. Let my vote count. Attorney Ghana, Attorney General. Yakobo ka 170 million when you nipa anko. But let my vote count for Wakojina police if I name court.
No, fix the country
for. Fix the country for. I don't know why. Wakojina court. So because of COVID, because of this. NDC for the letter by within a week. On my demonstration.
So it tells you these two parties. Because
when the church institutions are always
this
weak.
Is not fair.
The institutions are always weak.
But you see, the beauty is that I've gotten closer to
power. Yeah, let my vote. I feel
yes.
Almost the petition. The essence of protest is to present your petition to the president.
Exactly.
Yes. Yeah, the entire field dokotomu, yeah, do muko back and forth. Yes, why? Health grounds, dead grounds,
super spreader grounds,
NDC, yeah, Ghana for they said they fix the country for your Ghana for.
Yeah.
NDC, they are by a police for one. Musi intimate providing security. Why you and say police chief after NDC you to know my meeting. The next thing, no more green light because NDC threatened. They say, Mobama security. Moma security yebeye nti omo de omo ye political party omo threaten yisuro ya anhwa mo e bia next 4 years next 8 years next 12 years omo beba power omo be ye say tie ne ye mo. That is the thinking of the Ghana police.
That is the thinking.
And that is the thinking of the judicial service.
But yesterday I wanted to go there.
That's very bad.
That is the thinking of the president and the other side of the
president and everybody themselves too. The thinking of all of them. You see,
go ahead. Not the president.
No, but I will leave it at the doorstep of the two parties. Say, when this crown, why will you even do yours? Yama face the country and Yama why wo ni aji. So virtually I say mummy no dear. We next 4 years that's
very bad.
And I want
we'll look at this
demonstration man party coloration. For me it didn't hold water because at the end of the day not just a party for na toma in this in the choir face the country and come bring a larger crowd than anybody could have been there no has been lost. Me and another make catch up for
crowd no crap say but the injustice because
the intention
say me my formal coalition say Ghana nko ye nyoma bi ni de ye aban ye say my petition ni wasi ye kwen say COVID de Ghana attorney general akon court etia ye nyina ma ato now ye nya kwan but NDC comes up and say the youth of NDC is also going on demonstration. The police tried one time say yentumi mamu security. The next time the police hold a meeting with the youth and say oh I've heard about mamu security. Within a week NDC about demonstration. Let my vote count. How many months since they started? And is that the Ghana? Oh God. Anyway, what the Emfa course no. Not just say Ghana no say the Manu Joker na NDC ni MPP dia. And now who say NDC dia one wash. Ya mama anya amba hayin. Omo ni security be kon. Omo say ntia mo de omo let my vote count omo nya obi a. Ntia nja omo no omo de. 5083049394 5083049394. Ofra na ode Ofrefi outside Ghana, outside USA. Now they +1 I share anymore 503 now biam barbering salon si brabe UTO na weekend in Yama Ukrum next weekend Yama Ukrum the following weekend Yama Ukrum ma wonya feluku sharp sexy and attractive bra the new opening Siama store na bon new fe super ultra modern barbering salon na biam be UTO hu na e look nice ko yi ba bia utru begun sansan Anochi trading any Anochi cold store wasi shower no bra na be wi nam wase so otayechi ena yedi jumedi bro ema calls no so ba yen sha simfi wa number end 54 no bacho ehwan ya
nana bo amani
nana ojam abom design
boko no kasa de Molenke stadium protocole after the Cotivo
FA Cup no say
Kotofa win 2-1.
Kotofa so mo asan de Deportivo Cabe 5-0 2-1 am 2. Oh masa come ye per convincing win. Ye 2-1 so kwa Deportivo so mutun shon by 5.
Yo. Anyway.
Now omo da so ma stadium.
And you are so mano. And you are so mano ne.
Kobo obi abomono ya sato nsu amwanu.
Why na ni so bre me bebo ebe ma faba.
Okay, my intio nana kasa my intio.
Yo, I'm a mentor, I'm not teaching, I'm not teaching, so my phone when you are now, and come home, my big the park, and I'm papa now for not teaching the deal of the piano. The dinner of class, maybe a new summer, or Sabeka, and you only ever papa, I see could you, Open what? Aha, yes, I can be there. There was a better reason. Ever come in somebody any so on my Mabutu more to a bank account. Yeah, I'm in Tonka. Only money to me. I'm going to get account somebody else. The only WB. Oh, and the kissing for the other battle. Fine, you better do my secretary for my part. The BIC, you better both agencies, number so far. Now, there are one minister can be said, everything Ejura some or semester or focus our commission and you say now what kind of yes, let's say a moment prepare attention in your fine. That's you didn't see us any for yes, my reinforcement normally friends in super light blade never far. Although next time for most Miami up with yes, but you mean. And now we one and money. I tell you to another, when you to be a city, there's something to stand up from a yes, commanding from Mukwete. If you are more can or Mummy would buy and this are party 24 around the corner, you see a manifold where you never go on money in your finance and send out the display. If you have a Pokemon branch or for that one, what else would you want? Oh, my son, thank you. One person, my post, and I mean, my mentor, Papa can't even you. Papa cannot Papa can even your friend King Kalusha. Oh, me, I done it on the phone December, many
okay. Nana Ujam, Yadasi. Daddy boat, Yanko.
International Sound,
Yanko Pone Mumpai Boadaru, Mamma Wedding Pa.
You, Yamiasi, na Abega Phone, Muna, Minchio, Bibia, Titru, MPP, Ma, and a former Mutu, Saturday, Minchio, Mona, with my first light of the Memona. And one, Anno. So the addition is or any come. You may about so now I'm so you more about so one for move money coso. Yes, you know, actually below almost so memo my battle. About the Ojam Kai, keep it, you know, now to me say, Yanomania, and come to me say, I see, and I will soon in the Tratono. In Kadana, you papa. International de Chameka sana o shebi mo furupa mo di design which is o ma tuna fia che yesika o mo se sakogu fie no o ma di dia ma frade a she o mo ma ne ko ma 1990 a ka o timi se frade no be kun krofo wen di simi papa international e mo police for abaso na na me shebi bi se eye enugwatie secretary general secretary in Kadore I saw me into the antique. Uria, yes, Uncle Sequa. Sequa, you will be so free. I want to musician your hair. If you are also obey at Tosso. The international Pregana had already got a whopper, Tosso me and Sa. First why NBC. Second why I am at Yamidu. And a third why a Captain Smart. Yeah, we don't put a Yisika educative granny. Oh, why is it? In Kamabe Casella or Kikari, Nagamaya says, in Wakata or Nusu, Kakra saw the Guasa Nipano. Oh, Yogi, and that day, young Kwan or NDC for Macabum or Moye. Oh, near Jumapia or my Ganamua. Nano, or Jessica Bill Station. You can afford your musical boy in Yafo. What you have been fixing on my Unka by Ube can be saying, Nagayan, found the encounter. Also, the Waya or my Ganani. And I am at Timamini, Yanti Pita, that be a TV so, and I would didn't grow for them, and I can't some Cassia. When you are choosing on my wedding, insecurity. In Gadawu, the TV so can say insecurity, Yazman Gaway. Being a young discipline, you can let, and I might do Kruma Bosua, and now the Papa Biala, Kruma Mui. What is a progato? South Putuna got a certain Katiadima, a giraffe. I just say, if I fall along with the demonstration, say, the demonstration, where the demonstration is peaceful, and you have to, and yes, the Wako, Why did not matter if you in it? I only know your video in Sakao. Obi, I know she. Like I mean, Baba going. And then we question Chia, I'm with the map of me. Yes, and so Muya and Kubi are with that show. That's all my breath, and for so clear media. You today were cooked among them. Say, of a foul minor. Now, see, I can't do it. It is a no to be fixing now. Now, you don't need demonstration of a man is on fixia. Oh, yeah, no woman found to say, yes, Papa Akufo-Addo, why a demonstration 54 times is the same. That's a no opposition, no mark with Yamukrada. For the word, the 27 years you were with Yasu. General Secretary was in a group as a deal. Maybe some officer of Manchika, and your block factory, no, they could be Nikuru Mukwazo. And your block factory, which I said, because a young fiction, and India, and anything. And this is not the Kosovian or minor. Okay, that's it. Any concrete of me, too. Let's check the Akufo-Addo area. And let you be factories in Kaka. You have to be a
Daddy Boja, that's the time, so thank you. Thank you, Daddy Bo. Thank you, Mary. Nama manekanitia. That's a movie from Toaso. Bafo is a sorry to us. My movie na Oluma and Soko. Bafo Yenko.
Na okay, NDC administration mo yan in media. And the administration they said they have to issue because at the top of the number, it keeps it on the point. They said another debate, and it is good so that you know, and if I any name but I say, "Enko another wahala." Enko say, "Man, Kitito for one Kobaso." Enko kwantum, biya boko. And I think this is how the police should be working. If they will be because of a demonstration, in fact, we have some money panel by Sabina and Koyi Nifo. In Ghana, had demonstrations are for the alcohol, so much born or women, the Brahman food, a man for my Mekai, as we former entity women organizer. Manu Kujabamo said he had a problem because of demonstration, but this time around it didn't happen that way. It's a young authority for ambassadors. You know, my present is any money in Ama, yet after Sakama. Captain Smart, after Casa or Ghana happened. You mean the officer? I said, oh, you're bitter. No, I don't know. If there is something opposition, you should bring it out. Now the wife that they all in the money to me, I don't just agree. A woman is in training there, but you see, second for a very long time. No, somebody and the woman said, oh, you're not saying. You just want to open so you be access and I will do the problem. The best than one for the water now, or you have to cut our gun out of it. What was that? I say, Ashanti Regional Minister. No, he's my man. I like him. But the call for the police, the soldier, or the call for the military was wrong. No matter how we would try to get it right, it was wrong. It was wrong because there were the various groups. The police service, there were the Buffalo units, there were the different groups. Some of them crowd paid to soldier for. When it comes to say crowd control in national fan commitment were far better than the military. No matter the intelligence or the call for the soldier or the call for the military was wrong. If you know at the end we should all condemn it. Next time I know it's just adding to deal because they are all an answer like professor gets to fine. But it also has to be that it was wrong, it is wrong, and it will be wrong tomorrow. Okay. So you shouldn't condone that. Okay.
That's CP, for Israel, sorry. The next person out to us is here, my friend said, Olumai. Mobi a Oma Kokra. Now, so change our friend Olumai. Olumai, I pumped this my intio. Radini, Yadini, Yanzu.
Yo, for the Lika, I'm in here, my papa. Mr. Dance of the also repairs. Now I'm in China, Papa, Chama, Kojoago. Opo, Mamma Ghana, Fonina, Ewa Jumapa, Opo Moye. Now, Opo, now, more can be Argentina fix the country for no. Some the demonstration, the airport court, everybody at the NBC for the Mamma. Opo, NBC started the demonstration. Nothing the country common for me. Okay, starting the demonstration, my uncle knew, and once I send the day, I'm a police for court for this dancing. And send the day down CDS and Japan, they said local demonstration, meaning a police for
na first term, make a second term, you can say nano, and now we are Namusa demonstration. Cross-check. Ejura, Ukraine, I said they demonstration. What did they see? What man? Yeah, I just say very demonstration. And I look around, a police will go open check. And some of things the country for the other. Ever. Yama or Mumma, fire, Muni to me, Diano, or Mumma, fire. But your wow about hold on, why? Janasuma, Obi also, anti Yadoba Magis, hold on for us. Just one and a deep about the guy. No, I'm Ghana program. And I've been walking out the desert. Or one I'm going to say, I just tell police for some demonstration. And so, in this case, now, I'm going to more can you? Yeah, when I ask our food, so Sadia Macachamo, Macassa say in rules, so Ananka, 1 mute to Hono Becasano year free mute. Macasa Mocasa Abontian Ebem, old man to us, mammy, sorry. I had to open my case, the more can more point, but not only option here because yes, you know, almost like your man say a demonstration at their costume, almost says to fire bra. What do you call it? Yes, any recently, I never to see a school from Kuala Education and another near the identity. NDC for a youth organizer, and yet now you say demonstration for a beer. Initially, the police for the Babacar say, and now they may provide a kit. Everything to demonstration, you're there without their help. I tell them one who say a miracle, or software, and the way it's in me, you know. Any the way we share, we then acquire quarter for now. As a woman leader now, the animal who could be able to business here. A court at the injunction also, and I didn't go to court. It's almost now I'm running away. The other the country, they are not moving here. By age and your bomb, yes, when you have this time around here, you made demonstration. And I'm in the highest of cycle. Yeah, I'm a Ghana for you now. We don't be America, and this is not a yes, Mahama no yes. If you now come for the and they are body did one about Sinano. Kupo the time no yes, and never the break to see it. As I'm American, unza started by Amo Kase, Uko Joy FM cry. I say, why allow NDC demo and not fix the country protest? Convener quizzes police. President Akufo-Addo, a friend say, Otukono, with the good time on the say, Nancy Clackers, Nelson, now, 5 years, because do not say the room. As somehow Otukono can't say, energy now, the Busan is our question, almost energy, and Busan and now to say, why are your friends a card I play now, the number, because I'm a boy. Opponents know Busan question, I send boy for us, or more cross-checking, please when ending started a demonstration. And I hear the only somebody called Bank Empire, the Korean mini. In this case, my country was a political party. So the no can move point. But in this case, this is not the first time I heard try. The whole cannot in a more point because of ANDC. Granted, a bit my but the minister this demonstration, yeah, they affect the country in a political party. And the leader know that in was throw. So they need to be okay, what time is it? Yeah. The minister yeah, Dominic and the party, yes, mono. It's a political party, and so we can take you now, Sina. Ubetu, more low cost. Ghana, you're more there. parties political parties ni mienu nyina Ghana ye modi anti dia mo pe na mo ye oluma ye da ase
ya ka no so mo po ya ka no so
okay wow number ending 95 number cho ye hwan ya yeti o
okompa cho wa unya Ibrahim ne o Ghana
Ibrahim na ukasa yidi wa chiri no
anya na mina mekasa me mana free school ba na omu ha magini na onu nze ni yetare na omu yankwase
omu yankwase ade omu ha wadwino ma ha wadwino wo na eso omu ha wadwino men kansa already so oma you have to have time but they so you say next time no now they will honor to mute umia phone mute na they deny wo honor embam to we kasa no ye da bia what is we the same thing da bia makasa but no repeat okay o de ko eba bi ma abohu dem de ba ho yanko my into
ko ma men chawo America ta mere ya ni ta idea our America by Ghana dey 5 plus I mean the 530 to
534
aha e jina so chi because na 520 na me here by say no the only thing say ye baba ma ba so say the many abigi kan ka say ye ade jawuru ya okiye ni ye no ye bona baso ne ye bo musu amu America mo ma ya konya se yemfre na muntie nka awo social media any other platforms na ye da mo ase ene mo amudi boye awo Ghana ye de mo ase pa na opo
yes sir
we Ghana problem eye baonia na nado Ghana problem na ye sani pani Debi ame feel we show no America. Yana problem ya na nadu eni baumia. Ande ye tigana ha. Onkwa ya omudi e fato. Obaka se Ghana nye democratic country. Obi kasa yesi manin kasa. Na me fra ni nya no ma. Ye ni omu nyina efre de do so a. Ye nyina modi mo na ye. Omu ka kire se ye no ye machi. Namba jade ma kenan nyamfa so mamwa den jima ko benji ze ande ene general ene say mpache general contributor wa u frere do wa contribute na do sika baina yednie ajebi o chabi yesi we na do ne yeye mun kama yanki si general answer ko amwa na do wa abwa den fa say tin mai de enya say wo po ufra America ba ti mabaha na wabane yabo huban na wanye security unna mu ko be bia se da America ko be bia ope enu ntila ye nya e kasa so ne do ma ba obenye security kana na do ba ebenye security na ni nuye nyama ko so ya ku amanfo awo Ghana hano o ye what say ya kupenye biba kwaki bila
da bio
ya fara do sa emem te nyina no sebno yenyina ye pese mine ye ntiro ya ka buru nye bi top kra ho diniti amuka na koi that botun kama amuka so uni se mi ya mi ni no na wo ye di to ba ofia wo betina wo da botu abeka se ye ko ma no na chi aye ye no se Ghana politi anya ndi se ponkwanti
Ibrahim ya da se
amuti mine mine ko na ni mo mpe amu yi ye to ba nya ya mi the problem nini hu yam kitnia na ma hu sabu san yana me ka chew yam kitni na hu na eni amun ga Ghana yi
Ibrahim ya da so tama so thank you very much pacho number end 54 no ye hwan ya
mi pacho po
audu file apom ti sen
en ko pa da uma eye na Akufo-Addo na ni ba nya ba bia abudi o ma e ko ni enku yi
file ma into
opo de kan ma mimbo wa basin ko pon shiro ne o kasian tu ko mai ne de biya unsel bad no pane mai Ghana en ko na nin ka bo en ka unity e sama gina na ni wa bada fo na min chama ya wonda ya ni wa American woni ni pe ni ko mo mun boni yo ncho ni mai fu sila ni eli scholars na minya o man ku yi pa ti ma ya pia ma che dum se ja tren na du e tre te ba ya na du ni ba mo di ko mo ni ko ku yi ni ye to ma Ghana ke pia shu tranquille gati sinya juma o mani o ba dia o mani eko o ne ta mi o po e kan ku ke kum eri ni fa ka mo we ne de ni ne ma eko su Ghana ni ku yi ni ke ye pie ko de ni se ke na na de ke ba pia o do mani eko ni ko yi ni you be to say a certain petia, so be she said something, but she said a middle feeling, be to say some of me, or be to say to do for saying, one will pay for in fact a second some of the administration, the crown, it is feeling why you can make a Ghana for another, Ghana for a PA, and there is yet economy group. In the client, all the businesses the other days, because $10 million then I said, $10 million. And what an alcohol kind of $170 million. Yeah, it's a show that zero. And you go in that, of course, in the gun. It's a and now, no matter or money it's a demonstration. Actually, but you are with money to the aircon. Don't go no money and tell you to Boniana. It's one from Bompire. You know, it's allowed to do before
that's it. Bachawa number and 38 in the Twasum and Bachawa. Uyana Yayasuko.
African president.
African president upon design.
The Nadu Community.
Mind you.
With us, the idea of many battle. I'm saying, before handing, in Bawa, no one said,
when you're baby, uncle.
MP new option, and I buy new option via, but my catch the end is for say, no more demonstration. Or new option via the country for and the old me because you're working as well. You know, for the COVID-19 Bagana, and yes, you can. I know 1 year, some 3 months or so, 7 months, and I'm what? I say more than demonstration. But let me see, and another call for a barbecue demonstration. What that's your machine? I don't mean to see it. Okay, so I'm going to John Daman, John Daman, Mamakoka, I can't take a waffle. Who barbecue demonstration? I think that couldn't demonstration in him. The one about the demonstration of the kitchen, I don't know if I'm yet. I told you, you're going to see me, and I get that so by Yahoo. What do you mean that the most you're going to when you know what's it? And people force it. And I benefit on my own demonstration. We have got the evidence of demonstration. Because who do you get a boy say, you need to study a more. You will come more. To who can get them to my because of the name I got show man or man. The one about one David. Kuma that's why me from Rayma. I don't know the Yagma. Huh? There's a much more Yanya. Former secretary, can I hear? Because now look at the police because of that doing. But why? And I get that. I do want to Marashi say, I'm not going to pay. Ghana, I didn't quite there. Only who quite say, let me say, I get some more Daniel, or no party to be yet, about or be doing it. We just are, or mine, was ever testing. Because of the annual of the water by Ghana for. We look at you for say, Yamia Duma, looking for Bakura, Yabasai,
Yansia da CP in your African president Yaya Mainto.
You know, much our better for. I know sponsors in Amisa, the Casa from Kakra, or Fantasy for. Now, as MBC by fire security on our Kabi, First a year, medical year, no year, or more movies at the DNT, ya granted. Am I in this before a demonstration? I feel the country, or more the Omunyama or Mokai and Nasa, or Mamma or Mokai. Opo, a 20 in the theatre in Asa, blah, COVID no buy, no. So, Omoye, executive instrument, a park ban on mass gathering and as a public gathering. And executive instruments, and say a wakama, elastic, yeah, just a work now parliamentary approval. Okay, elastic for about 2 times or 3 times. As of now, I know I aspire young Concord parliamentary approval and from my end.
One a casa, I aspire, one a kind.
Oh, I aspire.
Menji watching me be so simple question. O say I spy. Me challenge you say I spy. Me say why in the case I spy now? Why? How do you know I spy?
Oh yeah, I spy. So me say you for organize a national or a lawyer. And
now the lawyer didn't go to need for the beer. Lawyer just oh yeah. Citadel of Honor. So initially, Omoka saw my crime, and Omoka the right way. And the court is you will see, let us approve. Now, police before yes or my year, police before the over demonstration, you just notify them. Omo notice, you be say air bag the person. And yet, I say, obey your police for an answer. And the other friend, or more be son or Monco Shamran, who you can at your executive issue about mass gathering. I aspire another. I love it. I young Concord GVBO, parliamentary approval from MIB. And the Indian mom will be son or education or Monco Sham, any man before next year or more and running before or more my mother. Opo the normal echo course or my man and nobody I am we and nobody I should see. Didn't hear what I pass how. Many I am the Yakra, any my after 2 or my military police for. Yaki 2 almost or more young Casa or mine. If you come out for a brand any question, Baka, and the other friends, and you say air course what. And then another NDC for Kunano. Your mining in a police for the military for the Eka movie. Now, in a military for the police for Makumo. Omina or how and I match for. And it's a BBC see. I about our security. Mamma, my international share political party and I organize another. This is a session of Ghanaians and organizing the young Kokan movie and I become once a man as a bear against it. Okodavi. Anything about our security, and also say, every say security mokena, many back, and the Yakin I back organizers here, Georgia Pariado, ever born about some time for Mupi Babeshe Mokena. It's up to the government, say, a petition raises an asset, a year woman, obey implement, and ask obey or big tissue, that kind of yin I want to. Yeah, that's yeah, very well said. Unity Radio 1039 Anopa Bosuo Sunawe. Mebajo, hello. Too bad. Any background line no. Hello. Yeah, Mami Abanye.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Bajapum Design. And I am demanding you so story no about Pantine videos on another time no crunched. But I hope says it's a BBI boko.
I mean everyone is under information you have a press conference. You tell me for no more question. You best to move the some of the
Okay. Thank you very much. Oh, okay. I hope your mommy is enjoying her stay in Accra, though.
Yeah.
Especially, well, I think she came at a good time, right? at the time that you are home and you have some time to spend with her?
Yeah.
My intio I then and now the boy made.
Oh, let's hear it. Let us not say my end to fire demonstration.
Yeah.
Young me as a study here. Your best friend, and I after your foreign minister. In fact, the Papa Mina and then in the communication will say, relocation. Is this something that they just want to do? But some employers of the know that or many others. The woman, and yet it's between Minister Winnie and someone finance right between India and Amazon. And Amazon market is a very big market. And I dream a commodity. The battle, wherever you are, we will come there and set it. I think it's in the right direction. I can't let it. Yes, it is to so Agamaha, and now you're Kumu and you're Kumu. The rest of the police said they should be up and doing almost a crack. What they are doing there to know that you know. And yes, did we see what happened is happening here? The rest of the won't pay you a crack. Not to level 4 years, they won't say a crack.
Okay, Mamia Bankuma from Ghana, Pantai Government Hospital. Thank you very much for the call. Kojo Boku Mahal and Bacho Maintio.
Opo Yadamase, any mood, any Agimapa, and the Moody, Emma Ghana mine, any American mine, FCC, who got out and some air Koso, our Ghana, the more Lampard, Opo, near Fan Koba, they are just a unity radio, and Yaboma Basu, any more Gimapa, and the Moyama Ghana mine. Opo, and not the pa. Yabapa, Dr. Kofi Amwa, Opo Sabin and Kaye, Tagana and California, Kiesho, Yabapa, that may be in bottom to cut 25,000. Adama Akula would think 1 kilometer. School, Opo, Papa Yakopo, H. Baby, is kind of free, Yakopo, home. Namitis Akulano, Ajabapa, Papo, New Infinita, Danny Dang, Akulano, Bompire Permanent. And to Ghana and paying 4 years, that's normal. Opo omo first ajo we anya disadi nu so akwa bi e woti Ghana man na ze bi ko so opo ta awotre po a mo mo tse kan mo mo boto mo mo fa koku banko opo mo ni scan bi o mo fa mo asabi o mo ni bi o mo sha de ye papa Dr. Kofi Amo aye na opo o mo su entimi na bi ni mo o ma ba so se de opo e de ye try unity radio aso aye bo na Dr. Kofi Amo abasu na ya mi tebe ma won wa se opo demonstration akwa abeto tiya opo yante pata ya etiaba se ma pana na Akufo-Addo opo ka demonstration ya omu yeye edaka ya pana otie na suprom na de ewo na empa de tia ma omu ya demonstration omu so omu nto omu wa ga ma omu ya de bono papa na emfa na de ebe po ma konko Ghana nkwa de opo ya ba sra na onya because yen ya ko di lie yen ya ko sa lie an ya to abanma no se bi ko na tanya yen na ati heka na medal security for na so muti bo mo ba ma wo bi tianti te ya na ni ya hwehwe eti ya ba fe papa na Akufo-Addo onye o ma pege ne mo na Ghana yetimi mfa ya tuma pamfa opo mo ni nya menya aduma
Kwajo zai
obo nete ya ba na ya papa na Akufo-Addo se demonstration na omo ya no ya woman e ya effort ata e bo ma konko Ghana na ya papa onfa nebo ya better security for no go say omuti bi bo omo ba ya mo ya da money bi ya bata e PNC e je ba sana na Akufo-Addo ya woman na e bo ma konko Ghana e betina friend to papa no onfa na wanya ma ye na ye ti ma mo fo no so enya fa wo di opo mo ni na menya mo.
Okay, ya da CP Kojo Boku Mahala. Okay, busu ha na ebrebe ma ye kwan ye ntumi mfa ofre bi abio ye da sadaka se ma Richway Auto School. Now that woman a word of motivation, bro. Dan Auto Repairs, Emma Ekofa weather report. No, a good day once bro. On the show is brought to you by Big Onu Beauty and Barbering Hair Salon, Samas Trading, super cleaning services, and of course Anochi Krum restaurant. Political discussions at Edibro Mono, Danko African Market and Wholesale, and Edibro 795 Main Street, KM Ralph Roofing. So we see down Ghana, Nedru Mosuano, your best bet. In Fanko, Nayan Kwajon Chance 0.45, Sikani 0.35, Ma Uni Technical Aya Uhu, Yebebu, KM Ralph, Bebo Dinosu Kama the amount. Sika 722 life insurance, college planning, mortgage protection insurance. Ninano for Uha Kodan Rashida Financial Services. Now on also on also so yasini yan political discussions and bro. Not forgetting Vernon Women's Health Services. Dr. Kwame Amponsandano Ghana ni doctor wabenyo onwani residency ukrumha wabie eya clinic abayama ni tumia or a surgeon utumia surgery e mapo de oba bia we Ghana ni awutieme utumi fa no say primary doctor unya no ba bia aje say Vernon Women's Health Services. Ntiani Dr. Kwame Amponsankasa or a gynecologist, SI obstetrician, or say a surgeon, and another St. Vincent Foreman in that, what be on a clinic, hospital from Ohio, New Jersey, or more channel, and so more channel. Into a so bar, the patch of my fibroid non quetchy, when ya lab some bio baby now, if we say it looks like cancerous elemental. Fibroid Dr. Kwame Amponsano on show. He understands the genetics and the heredity from Ghana because of a Ghana ni, Obesho Moati Aseye, call 10 Winthrop Street. Suite number 312, Nine Dr. Kwame Amponsakasa. And you may call 9 when I the political discussions in the Bramo. Mo friend in Yina, Mufasida Kasiapa, Nabian Barberin Saloon, Main Street, on your Pania Siama Store, the Bohun, or Soyase, and I be phone lines no my timidity. Phone in segment Bemonafe, Anochi Trading, any Anochi cold store, and they also ama Africa Duane and Papa fish type of Biabo, which you can in a kama turkey and upper wing steel drum sticks. Nina Benya Anochi Trading, almost Wadaruma, and a phone in segment and the Bremo. Oti Manucho Magandi Gaucho Margarita La Molina Mimpemi Wasem, Worcester, Massachusetts, we are working encyclopedia and I'll take Kim the Kalusha and so Enka. Mia midi jumedi enwocha midi edi Noah Opoku Jemfi ushamena frame Opo National meche uska until say essential ochina no panel de kai say yademo copies 104.3 na yakwa for major news bulletin edi abremu mu ana esese mo frɛ na mo frɛ ya mentumi amfa mu nyina mo fa nche me nyame yadmo ochina. Tomorrow is another day. Every time I'm opportunity, no God willing. Now yeshiani adwendwen Ghana. Debi ameka say until Ghana becomes the country we all aspire to see, we will not relax, we will not rest. Ebe pushi kopem se Ghana ebe ba be yo man a asumdwem betumpon be mabunu no adwuma ye na mpanimfo na di nokre aye sede e betena bruchiri ye hunu na Ghana nso ye ni age sound so kan ho na ye kosa akon. Until we meet again tomorrow, it's goodbye from me and my crew. Yami shiro bibia Opo National still remains the name. We are out. Kofi Wayo can be kakra bi a kire ye wi ane de mu copies 1043 near the news no e de aton so ba ma menka say so for Reverend Sam Kranchankra Babesraye Worcester, Massachusetts, July 22nd and then July 6th until the countdown is on. Baby shower no so baso July 18th yaton safro bibia and afi Minia Christopher Mankwanso na yire to omubadin 25th July, a week after me baby shower no na Mankwanso so big time. Ebaso eti channel so 18th and then 25th it's going to be mega bigger. Yami shamu nyina se mo baba be buana yefe Opo National nimidin ya demo call peace 1043 na the news no dey atom so. But until that is done, Kofi Wayosi opeso kan bibi kwakra na dey sorry so.
Look here, my friend, our problem is our leaders. You remember our great grandma